Go live.
Yeah. We're going live. There she blows. There I blow. Little B&H.
Yeah!
Very loud. Perfect.
B&H eventually gave Ninjan good service.
Yeah. I hope they give us good service.
Brett sup? Prussian Blue finally here before the announcements.
I know. I'm slow on the draw, aren't I?
Time to fix the camera. I feel like, oh, yeah, because the light's not on. There we go.
I really agree.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had to say it.
Oh yeah, very true.
Chris Jackson, yo!
Yo, yo, yo. All right, let's throw this in live chat. Let's see the naughty comments, as we're supposed to. Speaking of naughty comments,
Yeah, nice.
get a little burp water going.
Coac 15324, WOG. Now, Coac 15324, typically WOG is spelt with 3 A's.
Exactly.
That is the agreed upon spelling,
So how dare you say that?
according to various wikis and 1D4chan.
The greatest of all scientific sources.
Yeah.
Prussian Blue, I just dug out an old metal drill bit from the trailer that I noticed was ruined at work today. It shall become my Berserker Ogren power drill. Nice. In Crimson, hey there.
Hello.
Hey.
Prussian Blue, wag.
Wag.
Wag. Wag there, guy.
Oh, hey dear, wag dear.
Gary Emmons, good morning from the UK.
Ah,
Good morning. Was it 3?
Top of the morning to ya.
3 or 4? Frozen Throg, I like this stream. How's that for a naughty comment? Jeez.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're gonna be shadow banned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sick 'em.
Jubles. Actually, you hold down A for as long as your heart desires. Ah.
You just feel it in your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of A's. Chris Jackson, Cappy is looking... Chappy is looking good.
Yeah.
Master Chick 9000, INB4?
In before.
In before. Non-stop Horus Heresy talk about today's leaks. Oh yeah! People are speculating that there's some new Horus Heresy model pictures, maybe, and so that means that there's gonna be some more Horus Heresy stuff. Be neat. I hope it's all plastic, because I hope that they're also announcing that Forge World is ending.
Be pretty good. Prussian Blue. So Nick, thanks for the idea to email Cobalt Keep. Gonna follow that up here soon. Yeah. Prussian Blue was looking for 50mm and 60mm bases.
Yeah, not a lot goes on the 50, but tons of stuff goes on the 60.
Right, exactly.
What goes on a 50?
I don't know, but 60, I know, like Killicans go on that.
Mm-hmm. Dreadnoughts,
Yeah.
Guard heavy weapon teams.
Because I think they have a 64.
Gilliman.
They don't have a 60.
From the dude. I might get the Horus Heresy box just to make everything Alpha Legion.
But yeah. And I know that he's always looking for feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Also, remember that we sent... Remind him that we sent you.
Yes!
It's always good. Joe Dracos. Wait, Forge World is ending? No, but it's our hope.
Yeah.
It's our hope that it is.
Frozen Throg. Owl bears go on 50mm bases. Correct, 15-3-24. I played my first game of 40k yesterday and today. Both wins somehow. Today there were just 2 Keller Morphs left and mine won the shootout. Wow, you had 2 wins with your first game's 2 wins with Gene Stealer Cult. That's impressive.
Wow. Who'd you play against?
It was an Age of Sigmar army.
Yeah. No, I hope it was like a pro.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. It was like a super pro player. And you just destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Andy Criven, I just assembled some Skitari and an Engine Seer on my new Cobalt Keep bases. Nice!
And those bases are sponsored by Cobalt Keep.
Mm-hmm. I had this idea that one thing I don't like about the Skitari models, they're wonderful models, but I think that they should all be monopose. I think if any army should be monopose, it should be the Skitari, because they're all like lobotomized robot troops. And what I would have loved to see is like the classic like Civil or Revolutionary War, like 2 lines, the front line kneeling and then the top line standing
Oh,
in
that'd be cool.
perfect, lockstep. I thought that would be a hilarious way to do Skitari. Like you could
And
put them on movement trays.
And have a little drummer boy.
Yeah, little drummer robot.
That'd be pretty good.
Master Shake 9000. Obliterators and Mutilators are on 50mm. Oh yeah, I think the smaller than Dreadnoughts, bigger than Terminators, the Centurion Warsuits are on 50mm.
Impression Blue says the Lord of Contagion is on the
Yeah.
50mm. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, all you can do is shoot him an email.
Mm-hmm.
Simon the Lobotomized Monkey. Speaking of lobotomized, I get it.
Frozen Frog. Kill Forge World, then release Plastic Krieg models. That would be amazing.
Chris Jackson, currently working on putting together a nice outfit for my interview on Monday.
Yeah.
You should get a blue suit.
Oh,
Blue
could
suit
you
would be
imagine
perfect.
owning a blue suit?
I know. What only weirdos would own a blue suit.
Yeah.
I have a blue suit.
It's very brave
I
of you to
like it.
disclose.
I know. Yep. I think
It really
black
brings out
suits
the
are
blue of
boring.
your orc.
Exactly. That's why I bought it. Yeah. I like blue and I like gray. I don't like typical black.
I think the black looks
Something
nice when you have black hair.
I
That is
like
true.
I like gray.
Gray's pretty good.
Well, I like flamingo pink, but
Mhm.
sometimes that's just not right.
Yeah, usually you find those on tearaway suits. Flamingo pink.
See, and that's not appropriate for all my interviews.
Mhm.
Only some of them.
Chris Jackson, a blue suit costs too much, but I'm wearing my red one.
Ah.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice red suit. A red jacket is a statement. If you have a red jacket,
Yeah.
wow. You have like a
And-
red blazer. Jeez Louise.
Andy Crimson. Servitors are lobotomized. Skitari just have their emotions compartmentalized in literal compartments. That's
The
true.
dream.
And they have their arms and legs cut off because robot arms and legs are more efficient.
Okay, maybe that's not the dream. But maybe it is a little.
Prussian Blue. Plastic Renegades. Maybe. Man, Renegades have been dead for a while. Parasect, are you sipping on your brush cleaning water? No, it's a different mug.
Nah, it's the same mug.
Ugh.
Wow.
It's like
There
poetry
you
of
go.
rhymes.
Trifecta. Trifecta of gross burps. And that's the kind of quality entertainment that you can get on the Eons of Battle live streams.
Look out, science. Any recommendations for pigment makers? I know Stuart Semple makes good ones, but his range of colors is limited. Like dry pigments? I have some by Vallejo, and I have some by Secret Weapon, and they're both identical.
What a
They're
glowing
both
endorsement.
good.
Michael Spitz, I finally got to play my first game today. It was a 2v2, and we won. Woohoo! Jeez, everyone's winning their
Yeah.
games. You know what it is? It's if you watch Eons of Battle,
Mhm.
you win games. That's
Yes,
just how it is.
clearly.
Is that a guarantee?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is a guarantee.
Excellent.
You watch
Guaranteed.
Eons of Battle, you will win all your games forever.
And you will never lose one. And if you do, it's because they cheated.
Or you unsubscribed.
Exactly.
Mm.
Or you liked a stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't dislike a stream.
AJ, why don't you make him an Ultramarine? Because I don't collect Ultramarines. I collect Black Templar.
Simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
Steam Geek 01 finally caught another stream. Perfect backdrop for finishing my Void Dragon.
Speaking of which, is your background different?
It is slightly different.
Where are you? It's slightly
Mhm.
different than normal.
Andy Crimson quotes, "One day the crude biomass you call a temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you, but I am already saved, for the machine is eternal." That was either said by an Adeptus Mechanicus or a Iron Hand. Is that what they're called? The Iron Hands? Yeah, the Iron Hand Space Marines. Because
Or
they
someone
also
who's just
they also
metal as
believe
fuck.
the flesh is weak.
JK Tyler, I play Tau, so watching Eon's Battle probably won't help. I mean, you said it, not me.
Andy Crimson, I fucking love the AdMech as much as I love the sisters. I was reading some more of Call the Great Work yesterday, and there's a great part where Primus, Call's little pet Primaris Marine, is talking with a ship captain / like machine cult member, and he's like, he can't quite figure out if he's real or not, like if any of him is still human. And they have some wonderful banter. The ship captain is over explaining everything, and it's just a giant mass of pipes and levers. Jay and Nick are a spider tack of wargaming. Lather up and increase your win rate.
I don't know what that
What's
means.
a spider tack? Whatever it is, I accept it, no matter how horrific.
Yeah, and I hope it's horrific. That's honestly better.
Prussian Blue, Bat is gonna kick ass tomorrow. Here's to the lucky winged mammal. I thought bats were bugs.
Yeah, bats are bugs. Jeez. Ooh, Ed Scar. Yo. It's 3:13 a.m. here. What did I miss the competition results? No, because we're about to announce it right now.
Yeah.
All right. So, we've created a role. A winning role. It's called a winner's circle. And so 5 people will be picked to be a part of that winner's circle. What does it mean? Nothing, but it means you are a winner.
It does mean you are a winner.
And you have a clout over everyone else, and you'll keep that role until the next competition. So, the 5 winners, and then, out of those 5, we have picked one of those winners who will receive a special prize. Alright, so the winners are Prussian Blue,
Woo!
Teko Muto,
Woo!
Lookout Science,
Yeah.
Ferrero von Surfio,
Whoop whoop.
and Katie 1984.
Yeah.
Yay.
Those are
Good job,
our
everyone.
Those are our 5 winners, and it was very, very hard to pick. There was a lot of. There was, I think, 13.
Mm-hmm.
We had to go through all of them,
And one more
Highly
time, who is the
debated.
grand winner?
and then the grand winner, the winner that will get some Cobalt Keep stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Katie 1984.
Yeah. Everyone clap in the comments.
Exactly.
Clap at your computer. We'll hear it. If we
Yes,
all clap
exactly.
really loud, we'll hear it.
Yeah.
And the reason why Katie 1984 won was because not only did they accept the challenge of the 6 colors like everyone did,
Mhm.
but they went above and beyond in terms of their painting. And reading what they said, they tried a ton of things they didn't know how to do, and they did an amazing job. Truthfully, an amazing job.
Yeah.
You know, they did a lightning effect. They had like it transitioned from like chaos to normal Cadian. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, lightning is not easy.
No. And we'll be posting the winners after the fact, but not right this second.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you the rolls after the stream, so you can prove to everyone how cool you guys are.
Yeah.
Yes. The
I
winners
think
again.
tell your friends and family. They'll know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the winners again, one more time: Prussian Blue, Tekomuto, Lookout Silence, Vero von Surfio, and of course, Katie 1984. All right. Should we announce the next
Yeah.
one? All right. Here, I'm gonna post it first,
Mhm.
and then we can go through it.
Yeah. We learned a lot about these competitions from the first one.
Yes, I would say so.
Prussian Blue. Yeah, those Alpha Legion Cadians were dope. Lookout Science. When will the next competition theme be announced? In like a minute.
In like a couple minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just make sure I make sure I have
Mhm.
all this stuff correct.
Yeah, we don't want to be like the Warhammer community. We don't want a bunch of typos.
Exactly. I'm sure there is. Jeez, every article that they write has typos in it.
Yeah. Maybe you guys should add music to these streams. Thought about it, thinking about it, not a bad idea. The streams often are not a high priority. Really, the YouTube videos are our main 99% of our focus. These streams are kind of just for fun. But yeah, we do want to improve on them. I could
Also-
sing.
You can add your own background music.
That's true.
That
You
is
you
true.
hum. We'll hear it.
Yeah, we can't get copyright claimed for them playing like music in another browser window.
Yeah.
It just got done eating McDonald's because I'm fat and I noticed you started streaming. So, hello.
Hello.
I like McDonald's too. It's a problem. I like the Filet-O-Fish. That's my favorite. I don't get it a lot though because it's kind of pricey.
I like their fries.
Master Shake 9000. Nick is waiting for the checks to clear.
All right, there we go. I actually had it's a giant piece of work that I wrote up
Mhm.
for this one. This one has a lot of rules. It
Unlike
has
the
a lot of
last
rules,
one.
and also it doesn't have any rules.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this challenge is called Hero's Journey, and it starts today, and it's going to end August 2nd. So you have like a month and a half to do this one. And essentially, the idea is to paint a hero unit. It can be an HQ, a leader, to your highest standard. And this can be from any miniature war game. So whatever it is in Malifaux, what is it, a headmaster? I don't know what it is.
It's is it master? Is it
It's a master.
War
I think it
master?
is.
Headmaster, headmistress,
Headmistress.
president, dictator.
Exactly.
There's
So-
henchmen. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I also just posted this in the rules, the official rules for our painting challenges, so you can go and look at it if you want on our Discord. And so, paint a hero unit to your highest standard. One of the ideas is to not buy anything new. So pick up whatever models you have currently. You should try to use that. But I'm not going to shame you.
Yeah.
You decide to be a little naughty and buy something new anyways. It has to be based. No busts. Kit bashing is allowed. The hero must have a name, either made up by you or from the lore. And then show us 3 to 5 rank and file models that you've painted in the past, preferably members of the same army that the leader and the hero is from. But any model, you can choose any model if you don't have any. But your hero should be the testing grounds for new techniques. If you only do dry brushing on your rank and file minis, try layering and glazing for your hero. If you never paint faces, try painting a face for your hero. Compare your non-hero models to your freshly painted hero in a form of a write-up. Format down below, and I'll get to that in a sec. And show us our expiration. So it's similar, pretty much the same as the other one. Take a work in progress photos as you're working and stuff, and then once you kind of have everything all together, you can post it into O2 Hero's Journey. And so there's a format in which we decided to kind of go about this, just to make sure that we all have an even playing field. So I think first you start off by talking about your army. So why you picked it, the lore, etc. Then you show us the 1 to 3 rank and file infantry or other models. Then you explain your process for painting those infantry. Then tell us about your hero, give us a name, why you picked it, the lore behind it, etc. Whatever information you think we should know about your hero. Then post work in progress photos, as many as you want, and make sure that you have some sort of explanation along with the photos. And I know it's kind of annoying how Discord works, so you could post like a couple pictures and then have a little write-up, and then a couple pictures and have a little write-up. You don't have to do a write-up with each individual picture, but it's nice. A lot of people just posted photos, and I didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be helpful to see your thought process. Then, very important, after that, final model photos. And you should follow the ideas of our product photography or our miniature photography photo to take really nice photos. So no holding it in your hands or anything. Really, really nice photos. And then do a wrap-up after that. Compare your hero to your 1 to 3 infantry you posted previously. What skills did you try out? What worked, what didn't work? And how do you think you've improved? And all of this should be posted at the exact same time. So I don't want to see just a bunch of random posts on different days. It should all just be chunked out as one post.
One chunky post.
Exactly. And so winning conditions. So you are judged on the paint job of the character compared to your rank and file miniatures, which allows beginners to compete with hobby pros. It's all about seeing improvement.
Yeah.
The goal is improvement, not necessarily to be the exact best one. So really, you're competing against yourself. So I think that should make it a lot easier. And then you're also judged on good final photos of your hero model. So try to take as good of a photo as you can. Now, this time around, again, we're going to be selecting 5 that we like the best, and then our absolute favorite one will win a prize. And we're also going to have alternative winning categories. So biggest improvement, then mad scientist, tried out as many different techniques that you've never done before, like if you do oils, you do glazing, whatever random stuff that you pick, and make sure you let us know things that you haven't done that you're going to try out on this model. We're going to do a community pick, so we're going to figure out a way to do voting, so y'all will be able to vote. And then, of course, we're going to have best based.
Nice.
So whichever one's the
Yeah.
best based. And anyone that wins any of the categories, whether you're the 5 that are selected or you are best improvement, mad scientist, community pick, or best base, you'll all get the new role, the winner's circle role, until the next ones have been picked. And the winners will be announced on Saturday, August 7th. So about a week after, kind of similar to what we're doing with this one. And that's because we want to have the community pick. So we want to give like 5 days in order to have people pick.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be a fun one. I think that one will help basically have anyone join it. Because most people probably have an HQ that they haven't painted up. Or
Everyone has an HQ.
exactly. So we figured that'd be pretty helpful. And if you weren't into Cadians, then you can do whatever you want, essentially.
Although you can paint up one of the Cadian HQs.
That's true. You totally can.
Joe Draco's Demonettes too. Yeah, any of the Demonette HQs.
Exactly.
Anyone, usually they're a little bit taller and standing on a rock. That's a good way to figure out.
Yes, exactly. Also, I'm adding a new channel called Challenge Chat. And so I only want to see posts in the hero's journey. I don't want to see any talking about stuff. And you can talk about things or congratulate people on their great job in the challenge chat to kind of keep the chatter to a minimum. Because I want to just be able to scroll through, and I don't want any distractions. Yeah, no fun allowed. There you go.
No.
Yeah. Well, that sounds really fun.
This sounds like some crazy homework, my man.
It is. No, it's literally a design brief.
Joanne Irvine. I've watched your video yesterday. Can you do a video on how to play Legion? I would love to do a video on how to play Legion. I would also love to watch a video on how to play Legion, because I don't know. Although it looks like a fun game. I have all the models. It's Star Wars, so should be epic.
Ed Scar, I cannot enter because I can't write articles like this. It was a massive struggle to write what I did for the first one, and this seems like 5 times as much. This is why I make videos, not write articles. Well, I mean, it only has to be a couple sentences. You don't have to... You can go all out, you can write a ton of stuff. But the reason why the writing's important is so that there's, a learning element in terms of other people can read what you've done and try to, understand it. As well as it evens the playing field for people that are just starting out, as well as people that are pros.
Yeah, and it can just be like, I tried red on the cape.
Yep.
I never paint with blue, but I used blue.
Right, and we're not trying to make sure that your punctuation's correct or that you're using the right words.
Use whatever there you need to use.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One long run-on sentence. No periods.
Right. Because the idea also is I don't want people to submit stuff that they've done previously without any work. I want people to actually have to do it in the time period allowed.
They pick their first model they've ever painted, and then the model they painted over the course of like a year.
Exactly.
These are my 2 models. Right.
So I think that evens things out a little bit. Because my worry about the challenges always is like, because I'm okay, but there's people that are going to be better than me, and if there isn't anything that evens it all out, why would I try? That's how I think. If I was doing a challenge, it was just me and Jay, that'd be a weird challenge. If it wasn't, skewed in some sort of way.
Yeah, don't be too afraid of the writing. Whatever you write will be fine. Kyle Razman, no busts. I smell sister-hating heresy. Get the heavy flamer. No busts. It's gotta be your HQ. And I don't think anyone pushes a bust around the table to be their HQ.
Exactly.
It better being a sister's hater than a sister's lover.
I get it. Flimmer the dude. This may sound nuts, but I legit don't have a single HQ that needs painting. What do I do? You said to not buy one. Go buy one.
Go buy one.
Treat
If
yourself.
you don't have one, you can go buy one.
Go on, you deserve it.
Yeah, get the close. If you have the shooting HQ, go get the close combat HQ.
Exactly.
There's
But the
always
idea
tons
is-
of HQs for the armies.
Yeah. But the idea is, if you have an HQ, paint the HQ. Like, I have like 20. So,
I know when I started playing Warhammer, it was probably a year before I tried painting an HQ because I'm like they're pricey and I'm not good at it. Why would I get an HQ? But HQ it gives you that license to try everything. Alabaster Stone. Hey, EOB, have you seen the Horus Heresy box set leaks and rumors? I'd love to make a forest of plastic beakies for 40k. Rogue Trader has such a fun art style. Yeah, I did see it. It looks kind of neat. I'm a little, I think I've gotten poor influences on my thinking of 30k Horus Heresy because it seems a little bit elite, a little elitist, and a little gatekeepy because it's 40k historical. But it does look fun, and apparently the game system works really well because it's a very limited number of models and options. Where in 40k there's like thousands of options available, in the Horus Heresy there's like hundreds. So apparently it's much better balanced. But it does make my eyes roll a little bit when people are like, "Ooh, is that the correct mark of power armor? That guy's knees look a little weird." Troll Child XY, hey, I recently discovered your channel. Just wanted to say your content is awesome, and I look forward to watching you grow. Yeah! We will be
Nice.
the greatest channel, not only the biggest Warhammer channel, the biggest YouTube channel in the world.
exactly. Really close. I think maybe in a month or two.
Yeah, probably. Dane Patterson, how do people who actually do play 40k justify the tax to keep playing? I realize Games Workshop hated me when they killed Warhammer Fantasy Battles. Well, it's not like Games Workshop's not a person. They just pivoted from Warhammer Fantasy Battles to Age of Sigmar. But there's not really a tax. I mean, codexes every now and then. But there's still, even though it doesn't feel long enough, it is still years in between codexes. It'd be one thing if there was like a door tax every time you entered a Warhammer store, and they're like, "Hey, hey!"
Yeah, and they
Or-
had like girls. They had like girls drink free nights.
or you had to you
Get
have
an
to
eye pass.
you have to put your minis in like a lockbox, and you have to put in quarters to get it out.
That is hilarious. You have an eye pass. God, people probably don't know what that is. Good old eye pass. Good old the state of Illinois.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Michael Spitz, how do you tell if a 40k mini is an HQ unit?
Well, actually, Games Workshop's website has a handy little feature where you can look up models based on unit type. And so if you go to 40k, and then you go to all the way to the bottom of the list, it says Battlefield Role. You can click on HQ, and it'll show you all 244 options for HQs in the 40k range. And you can do the same thing for Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
But, if you have your codex, then all of your HQs are going to be in that.
Power Surge. I think y'all are gonna make me crack open a specific miniature that I was holding off on. Well, here it goes.
Ooh.
Nice. That is true. I like it.
Annie Crimson, where can I find info on assembling a kill team? I love Goonhammer. They have wonderful articles on all of the different factions for kill team. I would just look up, knock them out one by one maybe, or just look at the ones that you're interested in. They have wonderful write-ups that cover the original kill team, elites, and commanders.
So we have a question in challenge questions. So this is Lookout Science. I don't know if you're still here or not, but we'll answer it live here. So Lookout Science says, for this one, I have a hero that shows a lot of where I can improve, but it is from a different game than the hero I plan on using for the challenge. Can I use this for comparison of how far I've come? I would say no.
Yeah, I would say no. I mean, the idea of painting the HQ is it's the HQ of your army.
Yes.
Not just any model.
Yeah. And I would say, if let's say you did a lot of D&D figures, and you had no other models, you could do that. But
yeah, your adventurer could be your HQ, and mimics and terrain and the monsters could be your rank and file.
Exactly.
Prussian Blue. BRB getting a hacksaw to cut a drill bit.
Nice. Baker, what's a recommended paint brand for a matte look?
Vallejo? Vallejo's a little more matte.
Scale 75 is very matte. I have their white, black. I have a purple and a red, and they're very, very matte. Especially the black. The black is so matte, it almost is a gray. But I really enjoy it. It's a really good paint.
Jared, yeah, I've heard of people refusing to play 30k games with others because models use too many 40k parts. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that too, and it's like, all right, well, go have fun paying $100 for resin Space Marines. We all know Jay hates the squats, so what does he think of ratlings? I like the ratlings, and I think I would not mind the squats really if they were just one random unit in the guard codex, but I definitely don't think they're cool enough to be a whole army. Mega Spitz?
Power Surge. Okay.
Well, my problem is Blade Guard Ancient isn't sold, so I don't know if it's an HQ, but I gotta buy a Space Marine Codex next week. The Blade Guard Ancient is it's an elite choice, but the Space Marine Captain would be an HQ choice, or the Chaplain would be an HQ choice, or the Sergeant. So those are your three HQ choices that came in Indomitus: the Captain, the Chaplain, and the Sergeant, or the Lieutenant. Sorry, the Lieutenant. He had the Volkite pistol.
Power Surge. Oh wait, it has to be part of my army? Preferably. But let's say you have a war boss that you want to paint up, but you have Space Marines that you have rank and file. I would say that's fine.
Yeah. But if you can challenge yourself to finally give yourself a beautiful HQ to go in front of your giant horde of armies.
Yeah.
Space Tuna. On average, how many girls will I get once I finish my army? Oh, so
69.
many. 69. Yeah, the tricky thing is only about 5 or 6 people in the world have finished their armies.
Exactly. Yeah, so they took all the ladies, so unfortunately, even if you finished your army, who knows what would happen.
Mm-hmm. Monitor Pro Krill and Scale 75 are matte est. Ah. Yeah, definitely not Army Painter. Army Painter tends to be just a little glossy.
Power Surge. It was going to be my Papa Smurf, but if it has to be for my army, then it changes everything. Or does it?
AR Chapter Command makes the Ancient and HQ choice. Ooh, what's Chapter Command?
Monitor, is an army ever finished? That's a great question.
That's a question of the ages.
Steam Giga 1, I have just 1 HQ left that I need to build. My wallet is crying with relief. Oh yeah, I mean, I have 2 painted Space Marine captains for my Black Templar army, and like 15 painted chaplains.
Mm-hmm. Edit. Can I paint a retro grot on a Gazgul base? No. You can paint the Gazgul though, and you can use the grots as your infantry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Gazgul. The little
Gazzy.
tyke.
Yeah. Top 10 smallest models,
Mm-hmm.
right? Power Surge. If you're an orc player, never. Yep, your army's never done.
Mm-hmm. I like what Games Workshop has been doing with these god models, because it kind of gives you something to always be building towards. Like, oh yeah, once I get everything for the Necrons, I'm getting myself a Silent King, this gigantic monstrosity. Although some people also like to have dessert first, and they go with, I'm going to start a Death Guard army. Mortarion's the first purchase. But you know what? That's kind of good too.
Master Shake 9000. Jay, you've mentioned liking Army Painter washes. Do you use their military wash?
Yeah, every now and then. I don't know if it's different enough from their green wash. It's basically just their green wash with a little bit of brown wash. It's kind of neat. I use them kind of interchangeably. I suppose if you are really into historicals, that military green shader gets used a lot more. But I do like the Army Painter washes a lot. It's a great cheap way to fill out your wash collection.
Pirate Tracks. Doesn't everyone start their 40k journey with a Titan?
Yeah, I think the Titans would be cool if they were hundreds of dollars. But I don't know, like the cheap one is like $700 to get it in the arms, and that's the cheap one.
Jeez Louise.
Like, it's like, what are we doing here?
Nicholas Nadu. Jay loves Chaplain so much, we should give him some Chaplain chaps. Everyone agrees, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Monitor, I really want a Chaos Knight, but damn, they're just not very good in game. Interesting.
I wonder. So when you get the Imperial Knight Codex, is that also the Chaos Imperial Knight Codex? Where do you find the rules for the Chaos Imperial Knight?
Monitor, Chaos Knights have their own codex.
Ugh.
That makes
Why?
sense.
There's one.
Still 8th edition. Well, of course.
Okay. Why would they have? They have one model. I mean, I guess they can take the Imperial Knight models, but are they really that different? Alabaster Stone, if you had to choose one more kind of chaplain for Games Workshop to make, like a new chaplain on jet bike, what would you choose? I mean, holy cow. I guess a new jump pack chaplain? Because there's no jump pack Primaris chaplain. And Primaris look really, really good with the classic jump packs. You don't notice how ridiculously huge the jetpacks are for Space Marines, but they're basically the same size as a normal Squatty Marine, but they actually look like a cool-looking jetpack on a Primaris Marine. So yeah, I'd say a new jump chaplain.
I think there should be a chaplain on skateboard.
Chaplain on rollerblades.
Yeah, rollerblades would be amazing. Edit, do you think life could be a dream? I think life is but a dream, don't you think?
Yeah.
What a world.
Look on science. There's also the Chaos Wardgigd monitor. Yeah, they have 2 models now. 2 models, that's plenty for their own codex.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, Space Marine Codex has like 241 unique units, but yeah, 2.
Brett S. Meh. If you like the Chaos Knight model, paint it. Everything good now will suck in the not-so-distant future, and things that suck now will eventually be good.
Yes. I mean,
true.
I haven't been playing for that
Hashtag-
long, and I've seen Tau be top tier.
Yeah. Hashtag Toughness 5 Orcs.
Toughness 5 Orgs!
Cannot wait. That will be fun.
Pirate Tracks, tell me more about costume design. It's neat. You read a script, you talk with the director, they tell you what they want, you subtly get them to want what you want, and then you make the costumes or you acquire the costumes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's way more fun to do weird stuff than just normal stuff. Like
Everyone's in
I
clothes.
Then
Yeah.
12 girls in the same skirt.
yeah, like I costume designed a show that was just a period piece, and so I just found a bunch of period costumes. But I also got to build a lot of crazy costumes for like cool shows. Like I got to make leather corsets, and I got to make this weird like flowing cape that had a whole bunch of different capelet collars, and I spatter painted it. I have built a lot of costumes.
What was your favorite show you ever got to work on for costuming?
What shows did I mean, I took my designs to KCACTF from Tempest. That was definitely the ones where I had the least to go with, and then I turned them into things. Like I got to build fake monster feet. I got to make a lot of weird stuff for that show. I got to make weapon holsters. I know that was a different show.
Well.
Yep. Anytime I got to do something weird. But what was the weirdest?
I mean,
I don't even
12
remember.
Ophelius was
I
pretty
barely
weird.
remember what shows I've worked on. 12 Ophelias.
Yeah, 12 Ophelius was so weird. It was not a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, 9 to 5.
Oh yeah, 9 to 5.
And then
9 to 5.
what other shows were there? Is that all? Is that all we ever did? Just those two shows?
Or
Oh,
Or
yeah.
no!
Uh-huh.
Don't even say that name.
I know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then what's the last one? What was the last one that I did? What the hell was that show? With the
Children's
girls.
Hour?
Children's Hour. God,
Yeah.
that was a
Oh
nightmare.
God.
Yeah, that was
Remember-
quite the time.
I was the lighting designer for that show. And remember both Jay and I were both very not happy with the direction the show was going.
Mhm.
And we had a little bit of an argument with the
Yes.
director and scenic designer who were adults.
Yes.
Yes, and then you guys got to leave and talk to our
Mhm.
advisor, and you all left her with me.
And then she talked about us behind our backs.
Yeah, to another student,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
was me. And I was like, oh boy. I hope this is what the rest of the production is like. And then it was.
And then it was. God. I remember
Yeah.
Jeez. That lady, both of those ladies were very annoying.
They were quite the ladies.
The cool thing about that show, though, was that I was in charge, and I actually created digital paperwork, because they had always used physical paperwork. I created digital paperwork, and then like half the cast reached out to me so that I could email them the PDF copies of their measurements, so that they could buy clothing and stuff. And I'm like, this is neat.
Yeah, nice and helpful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it would suck working on a garbage show and not being in charge.
Uh huh.
Because that was my favorite part. I loved that too. 'Cause,
Oh yeah, telling
ah,
people what to do.
Good old being a lighting designer is fantastic. You show up,
Mhm.
you point some lights places, and you leave. It's great. That is a good job. And then you set some fires, then you leave. Someone else deals with it. It's great. It's literally the perfect job. Geez Louise. I remember though we were like, I think I added some extra lights and stuff, and the scenic designer for the show, an older lady, is like, wow, he really looks like a lighting designer when he's on stage telling people what to do, and it's like, what the fuck? I've always was one. So
Remember
apparently I
when-
didn't look like one before.
Remember
but then
when she stopped the whole meeting to tell me that my hair looked nice?
yeah.
Yeah, like everyone was there.
Yeah, people are annoying.
Yes.
Especially theater people.
Oh yeah, theater people
Yes.
are the absolute worst.
Yeah, it was a weird experience.
It was. Learned a lot though.
I learned. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, learned that I didn't enjoy it.
Didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's one of those things like, that's why like. It's hard being a student working with real professionals
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because you are in charge of a lot, but they don't have to listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're adults and they can just go over your head or they can just talk to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're in this weird position where you have to really fight for what you want to do
Yeah.
and give them what they want. Yeah, it's hard.
Yep. Well, also being
Although
completely screwed over the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Although, like sometimes though, like I've had two directors who, like for 12 Ophelias, I was the set designer, and for God, what's the other one that I did? What was the one with the house?
All
And,
my sons?
Yeah, All My Sons. They just let me do whatever. Perfect.
Yep.
We had conversations, we worked through a bunch of stuff, but they just let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's always nice.
Yes.
Monitor theater people are like a whole other level above band people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments was the director who wanted me to change a costume the day before open. And so I did it. I made some costume decisions. She didn't like either of them. And then she sent me a picture of like a red cocktail dress. And I'm like, no, this is not going in the show. And I remember like she sent me just a wild email. And then I just called on the phone, like my advisor. And I'm like, hey, so just to let you know, I'm about to have a meeting with her. And I'm going to tell her that I'm going to tell her what's going to happen, and she doesn't really have a choice. And then he was like, yep, good luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, it was like after a run, and it was like midnight.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we should be going home.
Oh, yeah, and she tried to be sneaky about it. She's like, let's talk about it after, away from the other people, because I'm
Yeah.
going to make this ridiculous ask.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she made sure there was
Yeah.
no faculty there to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call me Shirley. Nick, how many stripper poles have you made? I have not made stripper poles, but I have made places in which stripper
you
poles
have.
go.
They're called strip clubs.
Exactly. Yes, I worked on a project that involved stripper poles in pre-Corona times.
It would be
And,
weird if it was
yeah.
after.
It would be weird if it was after, but it would also make sense
It
if it was
would,
after
yes.
a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. There was 6 spots where these stripper poles would go, and they had to fit into the stage and lock in. And someone else figured out the locking mechanism, but I had to figure out where they were going to go so that they could CNC the holes. They could pre-CNC the holes in the stage.
And if I recall, did they not prefer the term stripper pole?
No, yeah, they preferred the word dancer pole.
Mm.
And we actually got in trouble, and I did a little bit too, because I was a draftsman, so I was just transferring what people said to me
Yeah.
through drawings. So I just called things stripper poles and whatever, because doesn't matter to me. And I got a little talking to, like, hey, the dancers don't like being called strippers, even though they're stripping. They are stripping, and they are on a pole, but it is a dance pole. So I had to change all the labels to dance pole.
Mm. I mean, just Command F, you're good.
Exactly. Ed Scar, well, it's 4 a.m. I'm out. See y'all later. Yeah, see ya.
Good night. Well, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good
and
morning.
Good night.
Good morning.
Stop.
Ba 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 ba
No,
ba ba ba
no.
ba.
There's no
Ba
need.
ba 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 ba
All
ba
right.
ba ba.
Monitor. As we all know, stripper poles need a strong foundation.
Yeah.
Yes. That was actually, we had a little problem with that. The locking mechanism was too lockable,
Mm.
so it didn't have enough give in terms of the pole, because the apparently the pole is supposed to bend just a little bit so they can get momentum,
Oh,
Huh.
interesting.
and it wasn't doing it because we made it too secure.
Hmm. Well, better to
So,
be too secure than not
So
secure
they had to
enough.
figure it out on site how to make it less secure. And that's great. I love it when a show gets put in place, and they have to figure it on the fly, and I can't help them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Although sometimes you get the frantic call like, "Hey, can you measure this out on the plans? Because it seems like everything's wrong."
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, don't you have Vectorworks?
And
the
the
plans
tape
in front
measure,
of
sir.
Mm-hmm. It's a wild world.
It is a wild world.
Troll Child XY. My wife just got super excited. She misses that phone alarm.
You can just download it off the internet now. Yep.
There you
I
go.
checked.
It's not the same though when it's just a baked in alarm.
When that's just a thing that gets to happen to you every morning.
I mean, I think it's better than the iPhone. Wah, 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 wah.
It does wake you
Jeez.
up though.
It does, but holy cow,
Yeah, it wakes you up and gives you like mental
it
problems.
does.
Yeah.
Because you hear that in movies, you hear that same alarm in
Yeah.
movies, you hear that same alarm just out in public, and it makes me freak out a little bit because of just all the times that alarm has woken me up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Edit video idea: make a stripper pole, dance pole. Sorry.
That's obviously content for the OnlyFans.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be on our OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Although hilarious, there was this guy. He was like, I guess they just hired him. We just needed another draftsman, really, and so they hired him. And he was also like a technical designer, like a real technical designer. And so he was the one figuring out the locking mechanism and stuff. But he also had to try out
Yeah.
the dancer poles, and I told him, I'm like, I'll do it, because I was working with him, because I was doing the whole placement. Like, I'll do it for you, because he was like, an adult, 45, 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
Talked about going to church all the time. I'm like, I'll do it for you. I'll take the hit. I'll let people film me doing it. So you
I
don't
like to
have
think he
but,
did it and then just broke into a beautiful and wonderful routine.
Yeah, I never saw him do it, but apparently he was doing it.
Ah, dang it.
I know. Just a lot of stuff goes on, so you don't always get to see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The amount of times that they're like, yeah, so we just built this thing. Can you come down in an hour and we'll show you it? So you can maybe take pictures of it or you can see it. And I've come down there and it's already packed up and gone.
Yeah.
It happens all the time, just because people forget and things just move on.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Monitor, do you guys remember ring back tones? Like you would call someone and instead of a ringtone, it would play a song of your choice. Huh.
I don't.
Yeah. I think you can do that. Still, like you can like if you called me, I could set a song for you.
Huh.
Right? Is that what that is?
It sounds like it.
That sounds like a specific like ringtone or something.
Yeah. Well, like people do that with like their wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They'll have like an upsetting song.
Yeah, so
when
they
their
can
wife
tell
calls.
they can tell that when the wife calls versus the mistress.
Exactly.
I had a friend whose mom very proudly told me that the sound effect they had for their son texting them was a dog bark.
That's fun. I think the duck is really funny.
The duck's pretty good.
Yeah, the duck is good.
Like it really makes a joke out of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like.
I'm sorry, we did everything we could, but he's gone. He passed a few minutes ago. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah.
Exactly. Monitor. No, I mean like it would play a song for the person dialing, not for the person whose phone is ringing.
Person dialing.
So you would dial like
So like being on hold, like getting hold
Yeah.
music, but just for calling someone?
I guess
Huh.
that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. Also, why is hold music always awful? Like,
'Cause
even
it's
if
free.
they let you try to pick, it's always like either not good or the sound quality's really bad. And I'm like, I will
Yeah.
take silence. I will just sit here in silence. It's fine.
I guess
I think
I
though
would-
it can't be silenced though because then you don't know if you're on the line or not.
Oh,
Exactly.
I guess.
yeah, there has to be something going on.
Mm.
Honestly, I was on the phone with Chase, like a couple days ago or whatever.
Who's
And
Chase?
yeah, I was bumping
Yeah.
those tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Little Katy Perry.
Exactly. No, they don't have real songs.
Aw.
They made up
Oh,
stuff.
so they
It
have
was-
Tay Sway.
Yeah, exactly. That thing you can't find. What are you, donuts? Or remember we lost the those, I think, was it donuts? No, it was cookies. We lost cookies.
I think it was
in our house. We
cookies.
never found them.
Never found them. A whole
exactly.
box of cookies.
And we moved and we didn't find them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that thing you can't find. You can still do that. Do what? Are we talking about the phone? The phone, whatever Mondotour was talking about?
Troll Child XY, do you guys have a subreddit or Discord server for community stuff, by the way? Oh boy, do we.
Yeah, and right underneath. Never mind, just saw it in the description. Yeah. Yeah. We do have a subreddit. We barely use it anymore because the Discord is popping.
Mm-hmm.
And the Discord's fun, and we have a new challenge out, new painting challenge that people should be doing. You get to win stuff. Can't say what it is yet. Although this last one, Cobalt Keep stuff, but you don't know. We don't know what it will be next.
Mm-hmm.
It is a mystery.
It is a mystery.
That's what keeps it spicy.
Exactly. Why can't they pick absolute bangers for hold music? Fucking cheapskates. Yeah.
I'm really considering investing in some really good brushes. Because I do think my brushes are getting a little old. And I was watching...
Inspired by a video today?
Yeah, I was watching some Squidmar videos.
Yeah.
And his brush control and, like, the springiness is amazing.
Mm.
And so I might try to get, like, maybe 1 or 2, like, really good brushes and try them out and see what happens.
Power Surge. That ringing thing was so mid 2000s. I remember friends using that on their flip phones.
Yeah.
Brett S., you guys think hold music is bad here? Work a job where you call different countries. Russian companies have the worst hold music.
Mm.
Interesting.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, is it a particular type of music, or is it just not good music?
What's like the classic meme, like the da dun dun da dun 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 dun.
The rest of the stream is this, guys.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, is that the anthem? I don't know because it's in Russian.
Monitor, I bet Russian hold music is just polka. That's what I was thinking.
I like to think it's the Tetris music.
Ah, that's a good one
Oh,
too.
the Tetris music is slaps.
That's true. Tetris music is good.
That's the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Copyright claim.
This video has been...
Get 'em.
Yeah. When I was on the phone, I think it was like smooth jazz. But I was bumping my tushy to it.
Good, getting your practice in.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was doing a little EOB complete and listening to those sweet tunes.
It's always odd to me when they pick up, and then they say hello, and you're like, hi, you're a human. And then they say, hold on, I'm gonna put you on hold. Like, okay, why did you even pick up?
Mm-hmm. Usually if they do that, they ask you stuff, don't they?
Yeah, usually.
They're like, what's your name? Okay, let me look that up real quick. I'm gonna put you on hold again.
Oh, I love it when that happens, and then they say, how do you spell it? Which, as you know, is the bane of my existence. It's very hard to spell Lucky Bat. Gotta spell it a couple times.
Exactly.
And then you get the, can I put you on hold? And then they're gone for a while. And then they come back and they're like, wait, how did you spell it? And it's like, okay. Yeah. That's my life.
The life of being a lucky bat.
Exactly.
A lucky
It's not
bat
always
in
luck up
certain
in this
regards,
bat.
but not all regards.
Troll Child. I like my 2 brush brands. I've got Raphael and Da Vinci Maestro. The Raphael has good sized bodies for holding paint, but the Da Vinci brushes have long, thin bodies for getting in tight spaces. I know Squidmar flexed on all of us when he was like, yeah, it took me like 8 months to get to be a mini painter. But I think there's definitely something to, some people are, I really want to get a bunch of models done so I can play the game. And some people are like, I want to take over the world. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To paint them is my real quest. To make videos about it is my goal.
Brett S., like bad NES game music. I mean, that sounds pretty lit.
What's NES?
Nintendo Entertainment System.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look, there's an acronym in you. Yay!
I know that one.
I'm so proud of you. I knew you could
And
do it.
SNES, Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay, I think this skull is actually meant to be a real skull because it has service studs in it. So I'm going to have to paint it like that. Maybe that's the skull of the previous owner of this armor.
Ooh.
Gonna use my Pro Acryl colors.
Nice.
So
Sharing is
horrible.
caring.
Mm-hmm.
Monitor. When I worked phone support, I had to check in every 2 minutes of hold time, so that was a lot of fun. When every 2 minutes you just have to put someone back on hold again, just checking on ya. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if that. I think that's worse.
Yeah. How are you feeling? It's like if the waitress comes up to you too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, stop. You're gonna get a good tip.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. And we look like people that won't tip you very well because we're young and look poor because we just ordered salads.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
One time, so so I used to live in LA, and Amanda visited me,
Mm-hmm.
and we were in downtown LA, and we went to a place that we thought wasn't very fancy, and we got in there, and everything was like $30 a plate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And so we just ordered $10 salads. And they were visibly annoyed.
Yeah.
And the salads were horrible.
Of course.
Because people get real food there.
Yeah.
And I remember we were debating because it was that restaurant, and then like a couple of restaurants down was a Subway.
McDonald's. Oh, okay.
Eat fresh.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And we were debating, obviously Subway, we're going to get what we want. We know what we're getting at Subway, but should we be unique? Should we be different?
Should we be daring?
Should we try
brave?
something for the first time in our lives? And we
that
did,
was a
and it sucked, and it was
mistake.
horrible, and it was expensive, and didn't
And you
happen.
learned from that, didn't you, Nicholas?
Yeah, never try
Never-
anything new.
Yeah,
Never.
exactly.
It's very funny. Power Surge. You have to check up on customers as a waiter/waitress. I understand, but sometimes it's annoying.
That it makes sense, and it's usually fine if it's like once or twice, but when it's like every 5 minutes, I'm like, you can just go sit down somewhere. It's okay.
Do you want to join us?
Yeah.
Like some waitresses know how to check up without like putting everything on pause.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. There is something to it. Like they show up at a pause in the conversation. That's always kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
They hear it kind of going away. They just show up. They say their thing. They check in on you, and then they leave.
Yeah.
Love it.
Respectable.
Although I bet if there was no tipping, I bet some waitresses and waiters would still be good and some of them would still suck.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There should be no tipping. It's
There should
ridiculous.
definitely be no
Yes.
tipping. It's insanity.
Well, it's not that there should be no tipping, it's that it shouldn't be necessary
be-
to tip so that people can
Exactly.
continue living.
I mean, it should all be baked in.
Yeah. And if you're just like, oh, you're really hot, here's a tip. That's
Exactly.
that's really what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I think I've said this before. My friend Tabitha, she worked at Buffalo Wild Wings, and she would wear her jersey a little shorter than the rest of the girls and obviously guys, and she would make a couple $100 a day in tips.
Nice.
And she'd get phone numbers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. That is the way to do it.
Really though, she should have been giving out phone numbers to just like local businesses in the area.
Oh, that
They spend all evening working up the courage to call the number, and then they call it, and it's like a vacuum repair store.
Mm-hmm.
She should have given them the number of the Buffalo Wild Wings.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Like no, it was just a genuine confusion. I thought you were looking for the number of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Flimbo the Dude, I feel like every faction in 40k is getting a new model along with the codex, so that makes me a little hopeful.
It seems like it.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
fun.
Yeah.
Necron's got 15.
Exactly. Orcs are getting a bunch, it seems like.
Tons.
Mm-hmm.
Sisters of Battle got a bunch.
Champ Styles. I once had a waiter flag me down outside of a restaurant and ask me why I didn't tip. Get this, I didn't even eat, being I was just meeting up with friends after work.
But why didn't you tip?
Yeah, why didn't you tip, you cheapskate?
Yeah. Tip anyways. But the dude sees fat hairy man waiter. Hey baby, here's a little tip for you. Slips in a $400 into his sweaty little shirt pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that'd be fine.
Coac 15324. What are people's thoughts on Games Workshop making it less optimal to mix armies, like Chaos or Imperium? I hear Death Guard in 9th edition got contagious if they soup with Thousand Suns, are good with Chaos Space Marines, but next Codex. I think it's probably good, because if you can like mix and match from different armies, then that means the Imperium has millions of options, and Necrons still have 0. You know, Orcs have 0, Eldar have 0. I mean, Eldar and Dark Eldar, but that barely counts. Tyranids get 0.
Yeah, and I mean, you've played a game against people doing the optimal mix and match.
Yeah.
And it's not fun.
Yeah, it doesn't make for a very thematic game of, ooh, this is Necrons versus Guard. It's like, ooh, this is Necrons versus Grey Knights, Space Marines, and Orcs.
Yeah, but the problem is they always pick all of the best things.
Yeah.
And if you play as Xenos, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, way back when, I think that there was a table or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could, whatever was on the table, you could ally with. But some of the armies you couldn't, like Tyranids.
Yeah.
They didn't ally with anything.
Yeah,
So
like some
annoying.
of the balancing is based on what your army is good and bad at. And if you can just take things from other armies to make your army good at those things that it's bad at, then I don't know, it hurts some of the balancing. So I think it's probably good. I wouldn't mind a little bit. But yeah, I think
Orcs and Custodies.
Orcs and Custodies, that would be a good pairing. Yeah, Eldar and Necrons.
Yeah.
Sisters of Battle and Demons.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Speaking of demons, I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
Monitor. Blood Angels didn't get shit. Well, you win some, you lose some. Well, they did get something, actually. They got 2 codexes to buy, didn't they? Because they have to buy regular Space Marine codex and then the Blood Angel supplemental codex. Jason just made it. Have some, how much longer for the stream? I'm building some Blight Lord Terminators tonight. Got about an hour, 40 minutes left.
My goodness. Had to work. Oh, my. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I think it's probably good if soup gets taken down to a minimum.
Oh, I love soup. What's your favorite kind of soup?
I like cream soups a lot, but sometimes cream soups don't like me.
Yes. I'm a split pea soup man.
Ooh, lentil soup? I like lentil soup a lot.
Lentil soup is good. Chat, say what your favorite soup is, but then don't tell Nick when we get back. Or when he gets back.
Nope, this is too big a jump in paint color.
He's looking very nice so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this guy, I think I might be able to wrap him up tonight. He's getting real close. And I'm getting a little, I think the perfect amount of time for a mini to take is 10 hours or less. I think 10 hours or less is how long I stay really engaged and interested in the mini I'm working on. And then after that is done, I'm like, okay, I could paint other things. That'd be fine.
Swag money.
Hello.
Annie Crimson, I have faith you can finish tonight. Have faith, brother.
How possible do you see that being?
Well, I have the whole back of this Crozius thingy, this little emblem down here, and this wings thing to paint, and then the exhaust, and then the base.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah. Oh, and this little wing thing over here.
Well, then never mind.
Holy moly,
Yeah.
is this guy just dripping with decoration.
Uh-huh. A lot of deets.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of deets,
Oh my goodness, another one.
too, I'm gonna be pissing all night long.
Mhm.
You are.
Better believe it. No one likes Campbell's chicken noodle? What happened?
I feel like I kind of like Campbell's chicken noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty inoffensive soup.
Yeah, I mean, it's stereotypical soup,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Are you only soup in winter?
No.
Soup all the
No,
time.
I can have soup all the time.
All soup, all day.
Mm-hmm.
I love
I
soup.
agree. Do you think there is something a little special, though, about a really hot soup when it's cold outside?
Yeah.
Kinda. Well, I mean, there's definitely something special about like a hot chocolate in winter. You can definitely have one in the summer, but it's just not the same.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like hot chocolate because it's garbage, but
Oh, okay.
I like hot chocolate.
I
Have you ever had abuelita hot chocolate?
I don't know. I mean, I've had.
There's
God,
cinnamon in
I
it.
don't know. Is that what I've had?
Oh,
that.
you don't like cinnamon.
I
You're
don't
a
like
freak.
cinnamon. Although I think I've had that before and it's fine.
Mm.
I don't
All the
remember
other
it being
all
called
the
that
other stuff
though.
masks it.
Yeah. I don't remember what I had. I don't remember what it was called though. It was like a Cinco de Mayo
Hmm.
thing a couple of years ago, and it was Mexican hot chocolate, but it had a name, but I don't remember what it is.
Hmm.
I don't think it was abuelita though.
I like to make my own, because
See, yeah,
Stuff.
I don't know. I don't like, and I understand like you can. It always to me is always, even if you put milk in it, put anything in it, it always tastes like watered down chocolate. I'll just eat chocolate.
See, I like to make mine with
But
like
see-
actual cocoa powder, and then with a bit of mint oil.
And this is
Delightful.
also why I don't love chocolate ice cream. I don't love chocolate shakes.
Mm.
Like I'll eat chocolate. It'll be
Mhm.
fine. Like my favorite, like if you do like a chocolate chip is perfect. Because you're getting vanilla with chocolate chips.
See, I'm more of
you
a,
know?
a
You're
vanilla
getting
brownie,
real chocolate.
like the vanilla ice cream with brownie bits in it, instead of chocolate, because I
I
don't
can
like
see
the
that.
chips.
I like it with bagel bits in it.
I like with bagel bites.
I don't think I've ever had a bagel bite.
that's fine.
I've also I did once have a hot pocket and I melted a plate.
Mm-hmm. What? How
My
do you-
family doesn't have real plates. We have plastic plates,
Mm.
and so I just melted a plate.
Mhm.
I didn't know you weren't supposed to make it on a plastic plate. That wasn't on the instructions.
Interesting.
I still ate it though. The hot pocket, not the plate.
Well, yeah, I think you probably got a little plate in there.
Yeah. Also, I was
And that
kind of
is-
disturbed by hot pockets because a hot pocket is what happens when you reheat a rodent to feed to a snake or some other creature. You're not supposed to microwave it because what can happen is you get air bubbles in it that are really, really hot, and they're called
Explode.
hot pockets. So I always had that in my brain when people were like, "Oh, we're gonna have Hot Pockets," and I was like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure that's not the same thing, but it still does not sound appetizing," and so that's why I never had a Hot Pocket until I did have a Hot Pocket.
I like
melted a plate.
I like the Pizza Hot Pocket. I also only like the Pizza Hot Pocket.
It's
I don't
a
like
pretty
the
good
regular Hot Pocket. I guess like the regular, isn't it like ham and cheese is the regular Hot Pocket?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's fine.
Pretty sure it wasn't that.
one. Everyone's upset that I don't like chocolate. Well, I do like chocolate. I just don't like hot chocolate because it's. I just don't. I'll just eat it. I'll just eat a bar of chocolate. Also, though, I don't know. I'm not. I feel like I used to. I mean, Jay can vouch for this. I mean, we used to eat Kit Kats all day.
Oh yeah.
And after that, I don't want to eat chocolate anymore.
I don't like any of that candy anymore. Kit Kats, Reese's.
I can't do it anymore.
M&Ms.
It's hard.
I still like peanut M&Ms, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, we had,
And the
and
pretzel
I
M&Ms.
swear to God, for a year.
Yeah, the pretzel M&Ms
maybe,
is pretty good.
For a year, we had Kit Kats every
Yeah.
day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because Kit Kats are really pricey until Halloween rolls around, and then it's like, do you want a whole bag for $2?
Exactly.
Don't call me Shirley. Isn't abuelita grandma in Spanish? Yes, it's abuela is grandma, and then ita is like a suffix for like endearing. And small, like cute.
Little grandma.
Little grandma. Well, cute,
Yeah.
cute, endearing grandma.
Yeah, what if you have a big grandma?
That's also little. Little small grandma.
Abuela es gordo. It's fat.
Oh, okay.
I've been saying that for years. Matt Kanks, you can't say chocolate milk is bad, Nick. I can. It's not good. I don't like it.
You know,
I never liked it.
I do not like the syrup that you put in, but I've bought if you buy pre-made chocolate milk, it's pretty legit.
It's all that
Okay.
sugar.
It's I don't know if they triple the amount of sugar or something, but
oh yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
but
great.
I remember. I think this happened at middle school. I think it happened in middle school. They got rid of chocolate ice cream. I'm pretty sure, or not chocolate ice cream. They got rid of chocolate milk. It doesn't have as, it's just not good for you because of all the sugar. And people were pissed. The parents were pissed. The kids were pissed. Everyone was so upset.
Oh, yeah. My school just had it where, you weren't supposed to buy stuff like that, but you could buy it before school started and then sometimes after school.
Wow, what a weird system.
Yeah.
The most offensive thing about this stream is how Jay pronounces Reese's. It is Reese's. Reese's Pieces. Or Reese's Pieces.
A lot of people say Reese's.
Reese's. Reese's. Isn't that what I'm saying?
You're saying Reese's.
Reese's. Oh, Reese's. A Reese's
Yes.
peanut butter cup.
I
A Reese's
them-
peanut butter cup.
I don't know how it's actually
A
pronounced. but
Reese's peanut butter cup.
I always pronounce it Reese's.
I think I do too, Reese's.
Reese's. The distraction. I never really had a sweet tooth, so never really cared for chocolate. Plus, it makes my throat feel itchy. Yeah, I wish, my dad is like that. He just does not care at all for sweets. Does nothing for him. He probably doesn't have any sugar in his diet. Just none. He'll, have a slice of cake with us on someone's birthday, maybe, to be polite.
Yeah, and then, he'll eat a bite and throw it out.
Meanwhile, I get sweaty passing the candy bars at the checkout counter.
Aww.
DJ, why leave dislikes?
Congratulations, JD.
Yeah, congratulations, you won. You were the first person to ask that this stream, which is kind of amazing because it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah. And also the answer is because.
Yeah,
And also for the lulz.
A like and a dislike are the exact same thing in the eyes of the YouTube algorithm, and we think it's funny to ask for dislikes.
It is funny. Coec 15324. Join the uprising. Leave a like. Uh-oh.
No. Uh-oh.
We have an uprising.
And what do we do with uprisings here at EOB?
We shadow ban them.
Exactly.
We want you to pretend like you have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Brett S. Reese's, not Reese's. Camp Styles. People probably avoid that because it sounds like feces.
Ah.
You know? I never thought about it like that.
Feces.
Hmm.
Reese's Feces. That's their new product they're coming out with.
Reese's Pieces with feces.
If you eat enough Reese's, you have some pretty bad feces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit of the old diarrhea.
Monitor, here's a candy question. How do you pronounce Risen? Risen? I don't know what candy that
Raisin?
is.
Is that a candy?
I don't know what that is. Andy Crimson, I feel like Jay's pronunciation of Reese's is going to be the new controversy someday.
Reese's!
I hope so. Yeah, now that we know that triggers people,
Mhm.
we should put that in every video.
Yes. I love a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, wait till you get your sponsorship.
So it's actually it's a Reese's peanut butter cup. Reese's peanut butter cup.
It's like pieces. So it is supposed to rhyme, but it's not Reese's Pieces. It's
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Reese's Pieces.
We're gonna have to take you to speech therapy to
Oh.
work on this. No, I don't care at all, but a lot of people do, which is fun.
Yeah.
Like how people throw a fit if you say Jif.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pronounced Joff.
It's not meant to be pronounced.
Yeah, because it's Joff.
Reese's. Reese's.
You know who pronounces it Reese's Pieces? Is
You.
E.T.
That's true.
Hmm.
Are you from the same planet as E.T.?
Yes, I'm from the little.
Spoilers, I've not seen it yet.
They all die. They get machine gunned to death by the CIA.
Doesn't the kid ride a bicycle into the sky? Isn't
Yeah,
that where
into the
logo comes
bullets
from?
of the CIA.
Exactly.
Spoilers.
I would say E.T.'s probably a good one to watch.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
Maybe.
Put on the list.
No.
I saw that at a drive-in movie theater.
Hmm.
I saw that in Jaws.
Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
It was pretty sweet. Champ Styles, plot twist, E.T. is a gene stealer. Oh no!
Uh-oh. I mean, that would kind of make sense.
You know what's the funniest thing, though? Is that movie made Reese's Pieces famous. Reese's Pieces suck.
Yeah, I don't
Wasn't it
love
because they
them.
couldn't get the rights to M&Ms?
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted M&M. But M&M's like, this movie's gonna suck.
They were wrong.
No, yeah. The E.T. the extraterrestrial is the only reason that Reese's Pieces are still on the shelves.
Is that why he's called E.T.?
Yeah, he's extraterrestrial.
Oh, I thought they just named him letters. Could
Nope.
you imagine being named letters?
I'm not.
Me neither.
I've never been named letters my whole life. I'm named a name.
You are named a name. Nick Nicholas.
Exactly. Knick knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
This old
As
man
they say, where
came
I'm
rolling
from.
home.
5-string counter. Yeah, they can shoot them with their walkie-talkies. Yeah, there's a new cut of ET where they CGI'd the shotguns into walkie-talkies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Because I guess Spielberg has softened in his old age.
Jesus Christ. Well, I don't want that cut.
Although I never really took that to be like, oh, they were ever gonna hurt the kids.
Yeah.
Like, it was the 80s. Cops had their shotgun and, a cut off, like a short sleeve khaki shirt and a badge. That's all the cops had.
Yeah. And they CGI all the Reese's Pieces to be M&Ms. Just put M's on them.
They just got really lucky with the color selection, and there weren't any of the blue ones or green ones.
Yeah. Coic 15324. Okay, calling them Reese's is fine, but saying they taste bad, rebellion. Leave a like now.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't get
not-
like the sweet peanut butter.
So are you saying both Reese's like peanut butter cups and pieces, like
Reese-
all of it?
Reese's peanut butter cups aren't bad. I loved them when I was a little kid. I don't really like them that much now, but I've always disliked Reese's Pieces
Yeah.
because there's no chocolate. It's just candy coating, and then like this weird sweet doesn't really taste like peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think that is?
Just brown plastic with sugar in it.
I still don't know what Velveeta is. I don't trust it. We've had this argument before.
Isn't that
I
the
don't like stuff like
breakfast
that.
cracker company?
Oh, you don't like soft cheeses. I like soft cheeses.
Oh,
But
what?
that's Velveeta's different than.
Well,
soft
yeah, it's
cheese.
not really.
I mean, I do like a cheddar and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd rather have a parm.
I'm so
No,
confused.
I have style.
Nick
Velveeta is
likes his
like,
cheese in the form of sprinkles.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's more fun.
Mm.
Or
Do you like it-
shavings.
do you like it out of a
Mhm.
tube too?
I do. I like it out of a tube. Although I'm not opposed to a bag.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Velveeta is like nacho cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Velveeta.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Whatever the correct thing is, that's what I said.
I'm looking this up. I don't know what this is.
Plum of the Dude. Jay, do you have any basing suggestions for my Chaos Hero? Yeah, something chaotic.
Well,
What
when you
got-
look it up, Velveeta is a non-profit online news publication supported from donations by
There you go.
individuals. That's your
Now we
favorite type
know.
of cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Champ Styles, y'all got me thinking, would Reese's Pieces count as biomass, or would even the NIDS leave a planet stripped with only Reese's Pieces remaining?
Yeah, they'd be remaining. They're not good. I think the last time I had them, I think they were doing like they were releasing a special edition ET. I mean, this might have happened, when
Yeah.
we were kids.
Probably the no shotgun edition.
It probably was. And I remember my grandma bought it, and I watched it with her, and she also bought Reese's Pieces because it's fun. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Everyone in my family were like, these aren't perfect.
No, I mean they're just you put them in your mouth and you taste the candy coating and you're like, oh, M&M, I love these, and then it's not M&M and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I think I remember liking them better than I liked M&Ms.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I accept that. What if you did both at the same time?
Well, that might help then. That might bring
Yeah,
the chocolate back into
Like a
it.
handful of M&Ms and Reese's.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just eat a peanut butter cup then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benjamin Reynolds, is this the Reese's hating channel? Thumbs down.
Thank you.
It is, apparently. I mean, I like the peanut butter cups. I haven't had them in a long time.
Yeah, me neither. I remember them being quite good.
Mm-hmm.
JD, just got my first set of paints and I chose rattle cans as my priming option, but the days are very hot and humid. Do I wait till the fall to prime, or do you have any suggestions to help the process? I mean, spray paint should work, even if it's hot and humid. I'd say just keep your model and the can inside so that they both are, like, your indoor temperature. Take them outside, spray them, and then bring them right back inside. And if they're like big and stinky, maybe put them in the bathroom with the fan on for like an hour. Mm-hmm. But your spray paint should work.
Right. I mean, think about graffiti artists.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
I mean, construction workers label everything with spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just flow off if it's 110 degrees outside.
That's true. Or, I mean, I guess, could you leave it outside and it just takes a little bit to dry?
I've left my spray paint in the cold before, and that didn't turn out well. It kind of came out a little chunky.
Yeah, cold can slow down dry times. Mm-hmm. Humidity can also slow down dry times. I think you do kind of want to keep things to... It'll say on the back of the spray paint like what the optimal conditions are, which is usually like around room temperature. So if you're nervous that the hot humidity will do anything, just limit the time spent outside and then bring it back inside. I know Miniac did a video though. He sprayed on a humid day, on a rainy day, on a normal day, and all three came out just fine. I know I've had weird things happen with spray paint in the past, but I don't think I've ever had it go wrong on a model. Unless it was white. White primer out of a rattle can just stinks. Champ Styles, graffiti artist here. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Jason, the humidity can cause moisture to build up on the plastic model to cause grainy textures. I'm in Georgia humidity, so humidity is hell here. Yeah, probably just limit its time outside. Benjamin Reynolds, I want to say wait till fall because it's funny, but man, trust me, they won't get painted anyways. The pile of shame just gets bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably try spraying it and bringing it inside. Mm-hmm. And see what happens, because the worst thing that happens is you don't do that ever again. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or you get an airbrush.
But yeah, I mean spray paint's supposed to work.
Yes.
It's not only supposed to work in fall or spring. Weirdly, Games Workshop sprays actually only work in the parking lot outside of the Games Workshop stores.
Oh, I thought they only worked in the bathrooms of the store.
No, they don't let you back there.
No.
You'd steal stuff.
You have to pee in the store.
Yeah. They have a sink.
Oh, well.
I wonder, does every Games Workshop store just have a business nearby that has a public bathroom? Because, for us, we have to go over to the Jewel. Mm-hmm. Which is a little bit of a walk, but
I guess.
I mean,
it's right next to it.
It is right. It's a couple businesses down, and then the bathroom is on the far end of the store.
Yeah, I mean, you could go to further away is the Burger King.
Yeah, probably the exact same distance between bathrooms.
Mm-hmm. And that's on the opposite side as well.
It is.
Yep.
Just bring a bottle with you.
Yeah, just bring a bottle, piss in it. It's all good.
Yeah.
Jason, and never use spray matte varnish when it's humid. It'll cause a frosting effect. Yeah, varnishes, yeah, you probably want to wait for great conditions. Because varnishes, you're really risking the biscuits. The distraction. The heat here in Vegas can ruin whole cans of spray paint. I have to test the conditions of each can on test plastic to make sure it didn't get too hot while being shipped or in storage. Ah, yeah.
Vegas is warm.
Speaking of warm Vegas, I gotta pee.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. When Jay hears the word Vegas, he just starts peeing. It's kind of odd.
Didn't bring a bottle. Unprofessional.
Yeah, what the hell? So what's the animal fact of the day?
Oh, I was reading about the difference between turtles, terrapins, and tortoises, and they can all be called turtles because, like, under the whole like family, they're all technically turtles. But then it depends on where you live, which one is kind of which.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like when we see like a turtle, like a red-eared slider or something, we would call that a turtle, but people in other parts of the world would call that a terrapin because it's not like it doesn't live in the sea. Yeah, and also because it's in freshwater.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, that is quite the animal fact.
I know, because I was thinking about that meme song from a long time ago, where it's like, that's a turtle, or that's a tortoise, where they're singing about a turtle, and they keep interrupting whoever to be like, that's a tortoise. And I was like, well, what is the difference? So I checked. And now we know. And now you get to know.
Exactly. And now we all know.
The more you know.
Turtles and tortoises.
And terrapins.
And terrapins.
Mm-hmm.
And Craig Turpins.
I hope he's doing okay.
Me too. Up in Canada.
Yep.
Just being Canadian, drinking milk out of bags.
Having Tim Hortons.
Yeah. Monitor, I'm in Phoenix. It's the same down here. Ooh, yeah. Phoenix is warm.
I've been there once.
I've been to Vegas twice. And
Mm.
once was for just passing through, and once was for work.
Mm. So
It
you
was
had a
very
great time
warm.
both times, right?
God, yeah. Well, I guess I've passed through twice. But, yeah, for work it was annoying because we were outside the fairgrounds.
Yes.
Setting up stages.
Mm-hmm.
I got very sunburned. Even though I was wearing sunscreen, I wasn't wearing enough because I'm very white.
You are very white.
Hashtag snow. White as snow.
Mm-hmm.
The longer they stream, the less they paint. Love you, EOB.
Well, I'll have you know, actually, I haven't been painting at all, so... So take that.
You've just been looking up animal facts this whole time.
Yeah. Reading about tortoises.
Fun animal fact, tortoises are slow.
Nice.
They can be.
Although they win.
What
against the
fast
air.
tortoises are there?
Wasn't it that Usain Bolt owns a tortoise that goes very fast? Like,
Oh,
not very
that's
fast, but
hilarious.
like tortoise fast.
Tortoise so slow.
Yeah. When
But I
your
know-
house is your own self.
There's some
You don't need to go
there's some
very
turtles
fast.
that can get a little bit of speed going.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it. I mean, tortoises, they have such bad feet.
Mm-hmm. They walk on their toes. That's one of the ways you can tell it's a tortoise.
There's a great video, or I think it was like a series of like Instagram photos of someone rescuing a turtle.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have the turtle in the hands, and then they toss it into a river, and then someone comments, "That was a tortoise. It is dead
yeah,
now."
I've seen that. Oh.
That's a tortoise. They
Yeah.
cannot swim. It is dead now.
Yeah.
Andy Crimson, I've been to Vegas twice as well. Funny enough, each time was because I was the maid of honor for a
Ah.
wedding. Ah, that's awesome. Were they married by Elvis? 'Cause that would also be very fun.
I think I've only been to like 3 weddings. I've been to 3 weddings.
I think same here.
Nice.
A few people in my family have gotten married, but they're not the family we hear from much. I have a very, very small family. But I don't know. I kind of feel like no one else in the family is ever going to get married. I have a couple of of cousins, and probably not.
Well, there you go.
There we have it, folks.
and that's how they're doing. So.
Yep.
Nah. Exactly. Yeah, but how is Andy Crimson going to be the maid of honor for their weddings too? The distraction. I have some people lined up for commission paint jobs, but they're all for resin models. I have to make them wait till it gets cooler. I don't want to risk my weather fucking up customers' models.
Is there any way to save them? Like if they put them in like foil or something, or would that make it worse? Like they'd cook like popcorn.
They just bake in there.
Why?
And not in the good way.
Why not airbrush them?
Well, I think he means like in transit. You know, the model's sitting in a car that's 100 million degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Build a box that has AC in it.
There you go. Ship it in a mini fridge that's always plugged in.
If you shipped it, do they make little tiny, like what about a takeaway styrofoam container with packing peanuts? Would that insulate it enough to keep out the heat?
You can also, when you ship reptiles, you can get... It's the same problem with, like, the weather being an issue, but you can ship them with, like, hot packs or cool packs in there.
That would be hilarious. Like, what, you put dry ice in there? It'd be wild.
Jason, F for the drowned tort.
Press F to pay respects. Press B to honk.
Mondeture. The Arctic is named that way because it has polar bears, and the Antarctic means no polar bears.
Because it's anti-polar bears.
Oh, I get
It's
it.
problematic.
F. Josh Wright. Hey, I just bought this mini. Should be here sometime tomorrow. Might have to watch the old streams. Yeah, I mean, how much content is that really? You could power through it.
You could play it at 2 times
it's
speed.
18 streams plus 2 Patreon-only streams, so you don't get to see everything unless you join the Patreon. That's true. The distraction. That's why I had to cancel HelloFresh. FedEx would deliver my cold-packed food late in the afternoon after all the ice was melted and just leave it on my doorstep without ringing the bell. Yeah, that's it is upsetting.
That happened to my roommate once. It was a very nice, like, thing to get food, but it was also very annoying because it would just get left outside.
Oh no, my edible arrangement!
Yeah. Oh no, my edible panties melted.
Do they ever make those that are actually safe to wear?
I think they're always safe to wear, but probably not safe to eat.
Well, they have sugar in them, so you probably shouldn't, like, wear them.
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
How long are you wearing them?
You just get a little sticky.
I mean, the point is they come off.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's not like you're gonna wear them for 8 hours.
That's a good point.
And then you get them eaten off. I mean, that doesn't.
Is the goal that you like that one person eats them, or is it like a shared thing? Like you have a nice dinner, and that's dessert.
I think you slip them on after the fact. Like you go and you do something. You go for a nice dinner. Like honey, don't bring any dessert. Don't buy any dessert. And you go back and then you slip into your edible panties. But that's probably how I would do it.
The distraction. All panties are edible if you try hard enough.
See, I admire that commitment.
Power Hungry 5000. Will you show how to do the OSL on the helmet in a video? Yeah, I'll probably do an OSL video one of these days. It was tricky. Although I think I did it all in one stream.
Yeah, I think it was either.
You can find that stream.
I think it was either stream 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
So it was quite a while ago. But yeah, if you wanna see how it happened, and whatever we were talking about, a week ago.
Till you die from it. What size is your fine detail brush? I have a bunch of... Usually I use brushes. They're Rosemary & Co. And they're between sizes 0 and 4. I do probably 80% of the work with sizes like 1 through 3. And then for the fine detail, I go with 0.
Till you die from it. Because this is what's holding me back. If I know your size... then I can obviously paint as good or better. Exactly. Yep.
Idiot, you guys should do a video about the lore of your armies.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that could be. That would be pretty good. Not a bad idea.
Lore.
Yeah, the lore of my possums is that Nick printed them for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I didn't have to pay.
I'm gonna paint a Should we make a slightly bigger possum that is your HQ?
Yes. Well, I don't know how big, because I do like
I don't know
Big
either.
Blue.
Yeah, Big Blue could be your HQ.
Are there any other possum STLs out there?
I don't want just any possum. I want
That's true. It has
cheesecake.
to be cheesecake.
Because cheesecake is free.
Cheesecake is free. Good old Cheesecake the Possum. A classic.
I thought Cheesecake the Possum was a rat until I saw them painted. And I'm like, oh, it does look like a possum.
Yeah. I mean, I think rats and possums look a little similar.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the little ones.
Yeah, especially when they're the size of a Skittle.
Yeah.
A Reese's Pieces.
To really trigger everyone. Yeah, and I printed those at 150%. Like, so they're a little bigger. Because they're little.
They are
normally.
Little. Well, I think normally they're supposed to be like a D&D familiar, so they're supposed to be tiny, but I love them.
Yep.
And, my Black Templars are like done and interesting, and I know all about them. And then there's my Necrons, who I guess do have their own lore. It's gone through some changes because I guess they no longer live on an ice planet, like they did when I started them in high school. And then I don't know what's going on with my Gene Stealer clone. They're kind of blue and they kind of look like the box art.
The boxcar children. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, I never read any of those. Are those fun?
I've never read any of them either. I've never read a book in my whole life.
Okay.
I can tell you that much.
I think you might enjoy one. Or at least some.
Akino Kinonis, Malifaux has those Tanuki you could paint as possums. Oh yeah, are the Tanuki, do they just look like raccoons or do they look like raccoon people?
Isn't that a Japanese thing?
Yeah, isn't the Tanuki like a Japanese raccoon?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because don't they have that? I think they have that in Mario, don't they?
I never played. I mean, I played a little bit of Mario.
Right, because there's the Tanuki suit in Mario. Yeah, it's a raccoonish suit. Simon the Bottom-Ice Monkey, I haven't thought about the Boxcar Children in a good while. I've never thought about them until I just said the name out loud. Because Jay said something about boxes.
Till you die from it. So I am just recently coming back into the hobby. I run a Blood Angels army and orcs because WOG. Kinda gotta dump about $1,000 in rule books. I haven't played since 4th. Well, you don't need anything. You don't need the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th rules. You just need 9th edition rules.
Right.
So you only need hundreds of dollars of codexes.
Yeah. Well, unless your armies aren't.
Oh yeah, some
updated.
armies are still in 8th edition.
Right. Hold off on anything orcs.
Yeah. Yeah, orcs are probably coming out quick.
Yeah.
Kananas. Tanuki look like raccoon people, but you can paint them like the North American possums.
Wouldn't they have like bushy tails and stuff though?
Oh, you look them up. Malifaux Tanuki.
Oh, they're very bushy.
That's what they say about me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're very cute, but they are very round.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look them up now too.
They are very cute. But they're not cheesecake.
Did you look up the Malifaux?
Yeah.
Takamuto. Tanuki have giant lucky testicles that shapeshift traditionally.
Me too. Oh, they are very round.
Robert has Downs Jr. At Till You Die From It. Damn, Daddy, you need some nice arm candy while dropping that cash?
What do you think they're drinking?
Oh, the Tanukis?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Probably sake? Wow, he's really going for it too.
Yeah, he's like... I literally can see that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of an amazing Cyanide and Happiness short. Where
yes, I know what you're talking about.
this guy is at the dentist's office, and the vacuum is in his mouth, and he sees that the cord doesn't run to any like machine, and so he follows it to a cabinet, and he opens the cabinet door, and there's just a guy in there sucking on the other end.
Oh, ah,
yeah,
that's horrible.
And it really is probably how it is.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Till You Die From It. Weird boys are hard to come by. Yeah, there's the old Finecast Weird Boy model. A lot of people use the Age of Sigmar Shaman.
Mm-hmm. I have that one.
And I swear I saw a new Pain Boy model that's coming out.
Yes.
Yep. Which is kind of interesting, because the current Pain Boy model is pretty dope and is not that
really
old.
Mm-hmm.
The new one's really cool, too.
I love how nobody complains about that model, because it's not the same as normal orcs.
Yeah.
Like, it has that grin, like a very goblin-y grin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised nobody complains about that. Because people don't like things that are different.
Malifaux is really pretty.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that they let their creatures have a lot of character in their art. And it's not showing, like, this is the model and this is what you get when you buy it.
Yeah, well, and it helps. Everything is unique.
Yeah.
And everything's a named character.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't expect you to do any customization. Like with 40k, you're kind of meant to make it your own. With Malifaux, it's like let's do what's written. But then Malifaux, the reason it works though is because Malifaux has 500 factions.
Yeah.
So whatever you want, they have the 8 models to facilitate it.
Chicken riders?
They have chicken riders.
Yep, exactly.
Do you want ghosts? You can play ghosts. But do you want zombies? Because you can play zombies. But do you want undead monsters? You can have undead monsters. But do you want living earth monsters? You can have living earth monsters.
Do you want swamp monsters?
Creative.
You can have swamp monsters.
And it's just dynamite strapped to pigs.
Yep.
And one of the pigs is blindfolded. Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You want robot spiders? They got robot spiders.
You want
sexy
golem
demons?
kegs?
They got sexy demons.
Golem kegs?
Mexican wrestler gremlins.
Yeah. Like kung fu gremlins? Yeah, they have a lot of stuff.
I love this alley
What
cat
is
that's
that?
just a dog.
Yeah, that's a dog.
He's a dog in a cat costume.
Oh, that's adorable.
It is. Oh.
Is he part of a faction called Plague?
I don't know how to read these cards.
He's Minion, Beast, Plague Vermin.
Me too.
Interesting.
Oh, he's so cute.
He is so cute. Oh, one of his abilities is called Insignificant.
Also mindless and puny. And then demise brackets expendable +1. Oh, he's cute.
Till you die from it. I'm looking for an invuln save on my grot screen. If you took an orc mech with the custom force field, because the custom force field, doesn't that give you a 5-up invulnerable? And then you just surround him with as many grots as will fit within the aura. All of a sudden, you have 5-up invulnerable save grots, which is kind of sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Good old magic.
Mm-hmm.
The Gathering?
Good old psychic phase.
Oh god, I love Mini Wargaming made a video about how to play the psychic phase in 6th edition that I remember fondly, because even they were like, yeah, there's no real understood way to do some of these rules, so here's what we do. The psychic phase was bizarre. They at least in 7th edition there was actual rules for everything in the psychic phase. And then in 8th edition they just threw it all away and were like, psychic phase is just another shooting phase. Let's just keep it reasonable. Quinones, you can even play flamenco dancers. Malifaux is great.
I also really like the name.
Malifaux. It's a good name.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I also like that Weird calls their fans weirdos.
Yeah.
I think that is
That's
great.
cute.
They nailed it with the name and the branding.
Yep.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see their Twitch streams.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I don't know. They said that they were doing it soon, and I haven't heard anything about it. Jason, guys, what's y'all's favorite Age of Sigmar and 40k armies that you don't play?
Ooh.
That is quite the question.
That is a good question.
I quite like the Night Haunts.
I currently don't play any Age of Sigmar armies.
Me neither.
But I'll pick ones that aren't the ones I'm gonna play, which is the Seraphon and the Sigmar Marines.
I do like the Seraphon. My dream, obviously, I don't really want to do this, but I would like to get a bunch of them and then paint them to look like different, like reptile morphs, like different ball python morphs or something, because there's so much variety in patterns and colors and stuff. I just think that would be neat.
I think I'd probably do Boner Boys.
Boner Boys are pretty cool.
Oh god, what are they really called?
Ossiarch Bone Reapers.
Ossiarch Bone Reapers. And for 40k, God, I feel like I have so many armies. Maybe Chaos.
That's what I was gonna say. I do think the plague guard.
Ooh, yeah, the plague guard.
I mean, that'd be pretty good. Age of Sigmar. What do the Grave Lords look like?
The Grave Lord Night Haunts.
Yeah, the Grave Man.
Skellies and some riders.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that many models for them yet.
Yeah. Obviously, the best army is Gloomspite Gits, but I already am collecting them.
Giants would be kind of fun.
Giants would be pretty cool.
Oh, what are those creatures that are like trees and stuff?
Oh yeah, the Sylvaneth?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're cool. One of the Sylvaneth trees has titties.
As they all should.
Alright, never mind. Night Haunts are pretty cool too.
Yeah. Till you die from it. Thoughts on bike chaplains? I love bike chaplains. I have all of the ones that have ever been made.
I know they released information on the Boner Boys today for Age of Sigmar about how they're changing, and it seems like they are going in order of their article. So the next one is Sylvaneth, and then after that, Gloomspite Gits. I wonder if they should do one every day until the new edition drops.
Yeah.
I hope they do that. Which we are getting Dominion.
Yes. It's gonna be so cool.
Love a good Hobgrot.
Till you die from it. God, I would love to play Sisters now that the models are slightly more reasonable. Yeah, the Sisters got a huge facelift with the new models.
Boner Boys, Tree Titties, what's next? Grotcock? Yeah, that was for my man, Corbin the Blood Angel.
Robert has Downs Jr. I once attended a Juggalo party, and I've never felt like the most sober person at a party than there. Never again.
Jason, any idea on when the Age of Sigmar box will drop? Well, the pre-order is on the 19th, and you said July 3rd?
July 3rd.
They're going to ship them out?
July 3rd is when you can pick them up in Games Workshop stores.
Yeah, I know I don't know if we're debating. We'll see what happens, but obviously we would like to get it from a friendly local game store. But they didn't know what it was.
Yeah, and if they can get it.
And if they can get it, so because that'd be perfect, because they had pre-order models out on shelves.
Yeah.
And they weren't supposed to be. And I would much rather have that happen so we can get it a week early.
Yeah, that would be great. And then we could have the video for you guys while, the rest of the plebs are getting their boxes.
Exactly. Feverishly edit it all together. But we'll see what happens. We'll just call every day and hang up when that one guy that doesn't know what he's talking about answers the phone.
Till you die from it. Did you know that a ton of women who licked their paintbrushes while painting glowing watch dials in the 20s died of radiation poisoning? Yeah, or radium poisoning, essentially radiation poisoning. Yeah, I heard that story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love a good lick brush.
Mm-hmm.
Love a good brush lick. Sometimes I go to Michael's and I lick all the brushes.
Yeah.
Just
Sometimes you
fun.
gotta taste them to see if they're good or not.
Exactly. And I put them right back.
Yeah, I do the same thing with fruit at the grocery store.
Take a bite, leave it.
Oh, do you remember when that was like a thing to do with ice cream?
What?
Like people would open ice cream,
Oh,
lick
yes.
the top, and then put it back?
Yeah. I do remember that.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's horrible. It's like the worst thing. Although you can tell.
Yeah, and
Well-
also now they have the paper on the top.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the people that pretend to trip and then drop milk on the floor. They'll like carry 2 gallons of milk and then they'll pretend to trip and then drop them.
Oh,
and they'll
yeah, I've
explode
seen-
everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of dum-dums do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just ruin people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Traversy?
Mm-hmm.
My story is dummy thick with GW models. Are there any models on your list of must grab if seen? Not really. Games Workshop's pretty good at keeping everything around forever. I mean, it feels like they're not, but really, there's like, you know, like one store exclusive model that you don't need to buy because there's already a different model you can buy to represent that same unit in your army. If I ever saw the Necro Sphinx from Tomb Kings, I would pick that up sight unseen because it goes for crazy money on eBay and I want one.
Until you die from it. I just bought the new Gazgul Tharaka.
Yeah, that's a cool model.
Champ Styles, those videos were fake. The people in the vids bought them anyways. It was just a really bad prank.
What? Why would you buy
Which-
them? I mean, it's not like
maybe-
they're gonna arrest you.
Yeah, well, I would assume that, you lick the ice cream and you just buy it.
Oh, I thought you meant the splashing the milk videos.
I mean, I guess it could be either one. I don't think, I would assume if you pretended to trip, you wouldn't have to pay for the milk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to have accidents in the store, like they break
Exactly.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Piss everywhere,
Yeah.
whatever you need to do.
Travs 3, I'm grabbing the Silent King and the Satan Dragon tomorrow. Wow. Are you completing your Necron collection, or you're just going for dessert first with the big boys?
Dessert first.
I think one day I'll pick up the Silent King. I don't know about the Void Dragon. I feel like it's not. It still doesn't look very Necron-y. I don't think the old Satan really look very Necron-y either. I kind of want them to look like the Psychomancer Cryptek. He's like shooting a pixel skull. I feel like that's what the Satan should look like. Like pixel skeleton, which is kind of what the Void Dragon looks like, but not really.
Till you die from it. I can see just the corner of your wet palette. Is that just a paper towel?
It's a paper towel and then some Reynolds parchment paper. But I leave a bunch of paper towel exposed because I suck up water and then put that onto my palette.
Yeah, with your mouth, right?
Yes.
And who knows? Maybe there'll be a video on it one day.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows if that video is coming out soon or not?
Yeah, who knows? Probably the only person that knows is Lucky Bat.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, woo.
Exactly. Wow, I haven't seen a comment on this. Stealing from you is recasting the answer video in a long time.
Yeah.
Just now. Recast, but don't sell the recast.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. There you go.
It's like it's a copy for personal use.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely done that before with some green stuff. Kino known as Reynolds, too good for great value. Elitist Games Workshop sellout. Somebody on the Forge World today, we got a great comment on the Forge World list, and someone said, like, I don't believe your picks. You're just trying to be edgy.
Yep.
I'm like, what? Doesn't even make any sense.
Well, because it wasn't their picks.
Yeah,
Why didn't
it was.
You know what they would have picked.
Yeah, somehow, yeah. How, yeah.
That is one of my favorite things about our top 10 list.
Yes.
Is people get upset that their choices don't get on the list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because some people, there's like two types of comments. Yeah, where some people are like, ooh, you should have put this one. This one sucks. But then you've got the people who are like, excuse me, but this model is way worse than this model you brought up. How dare you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you really want to get to know the internet and what the community thinks, make a top 10 video. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Till you die from it. So I am sorry, but I am new to the wet palette. I bought one and used some parchment paper for baking. Does it feel a bit waxy? Yeah, so you definitely want to use parchment paper and not wax paper. You know, both of them I feel like can be labeled baking paper, but you want parchment paper. Sometimes they have silicone in them. Usually they have silicone or wax, and you want the silicone. But yeah, you do not want wax paper because that's not going to let any moisture through. I use Reynolds parchment paper. I've been using it for years and it works great. But yeah, it did not have a waxy feel.
Sponsored by Reynolds Wrap.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, I wish.
Although I have one roll, which is going to last me years.
That's true. Akino Kinones, EOB is super edgy. They're basically Gamza and Major Kill combined.
Oh, Gamza.
Jason, go through your comments and make a top 10 of best and worst comments.
Oh, God.
That would just, yeah. I mean, maybe that would encourage more comments.
It might.
Maybe that's a great idea.
I love the comments that let me know what they don't like about me. Mm-hmm. Your eyebrows move too much. Your fingers are weird. You're weirdly tall or you're weirdly short. Mm-hmm. How come your table starts there? Mm-hmm. How come you talk like that? How come your eyes move when you talk?
How come you have hands?
How come you have an announcer voice? How come your voice isn't good?
Has there ever been a comment that says your voice isn't good?
Yes, we got one today, where someone
Really?
says you should drop the announcer voice. It makes you sound like you're trying too hard.
Oh my god. Because you've also gotten comments of people liking it.
Yes.
Interesting. I found it. Interesting.
Champ Styles. Speaking of endorsing products, I bought the organizer you recommended, and my life has never been easier. Even got the toolbox too. Nice! The paper sorter organizer. because that is god tier. It'll hold hundreds and hundreds of models.
I always love this comment when people say, "This guy is so underrated." I agree. That's one of my favorite comments. Five String Connor. People have a weird thing for calling out people using a fake, in quotations, voice. Yes. Well, people don't like having fun either.
That is true.
Although in reality, I do sound like Mickey Mouse, and I actually make my voice incredibly low for the videos.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of post-processing on the audio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We thank you for your work, Nick.
Yeah, oh yeah. I have a master's degree in voiceology now.
Yeah, you're doing it live right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of hard. I love your hair, I love your name, I love the way you say it.
Yeah.
I love your mom. You're so smart because you gave away it. I love your dad, I love your sis, I love your mom. And I love that you're dumb. Good old Bo.
I'm so glad Inside is on Spotify.
Me too. It's very good.
It's so good. Just makes it so much easier to listen to it.
Love a good Bo. I hope he makes more songs.
Yeah.
Till you die from it. Okay, so long question. I have a very large orc army that I need a good way to carry them. What is this godsend organizer I'm hearing of? Well, I don't know if it's a godsend in terms of transportation. It can work, but it's a vertical drawer paper sorter. And it was in our video 3 must-have purchases, 3 must-have hobby purchases. There's a link underneath it where you can buy it, but it's 10 kind of shallow bins that are stored upright, and it's wonderful for storing minis. You can slide the drawers out and transport them that way, but it's not the perfect transportation method, but it's very good for storage. Like, I have hundreds of models, and they just all fit in one of these units.
Yeah.
Champ Styles, yeah, the paper sorter. I got all factions of Star Wars Legion, and it is a lifesaver.
The video is called 3 Purchases for the Mini Hobby Professional.
Yeah.
There you go. What a good title.
One day I'll have not just all the factions for Star Wars Legion, every Star Wars Legion product ever made. Or at least the minis.
And this stream is sponsored by Fantasy Flight.
Yeah! Oh!
You wish.
Champ Styles, by the way, man, your voice is awesome. I actually have a hard time getting into channels because their voices are too mumbly for me. I know it all boils down to preference, but you sound like a pro. Bicep!
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Broadcast quality audio. Yes, I find there's a couple, there's smaller channels out there that with people that have accents, and they need to normalize their audio because it's too all over the place and it's hard to hear them. So sometimes that bothers me.
Are you saying that you hate people who are different from you?
Yes. It's one little change. Make it all work.
I think that I normally listen to a YouTube video, so I think the audio quality is better, is more important to me than picture quality. But it kind of depends on what it is.
I think that's for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true across the board. That audio is way more important than video.
I kind of think people have their hand in their pants and they're like picking their nose with the other hand.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
they're not paying attention to the video.
You're doing dishes, you're making yourself food, you're walking the dogs. You just need stuff in your ears.
No, I said what they're doing.
All of those things all at once.
Yeah. Jason, racist. Well, I find it racist that they're not making their audio better for me.
What is the best place to find bits in your opinion? Well, probably the best way is just people you know. If you know one who plays Sisters of Battle, they're probably going to have Sisters of Battle bits. Next best thing, probably buy, sell, trade Facebook groups, but you're probably gonna pay a pretty penny for the bits, or at least you're gonna get hit on shipping. And then there's one bit store that I like called Horda-Bits. They're pretty good. The only thing is they don't break it down into like every single individual bit. You can buy like all the bolt guns from the Space Marine kit, or all of the legs from the Space Marine kit.
Oh.
They break it down into lots like that. Just because, otherwise it would be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of bits.
It would be chaos.
But their prices are pretty darn good, and they usually have at least half of everything in stock.
Yeah. Their website hasn't changed even a little bit.
Great.
It is a early 2000s, late 90s website, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I've ordered stuff for them as well.
Kino knows Lowe's has some good drill bit sets. I know I bought a bunch of what are they called? The Corn Marines, Corn Berserkers, because I wanted the 2nd edition bolt pistols and chainswords, and I lost them. I have no idea. I've cleaned the basement. I've organized everything. I do not know where they went.
Interesting.
Little Ziploc baggie of guns and swords.
Robert Has Downs Jr. Nick once got kicked out of a movie theater because everyone in Harry Potter didn't sound American. My children have not recovered from seeing such rage in one man. I'm okay with Harry Potter because they normalized the audio, so it sounded fine. So I could understand what they were saying. Yeah. Yeah. I think, like, some people, the way that they talk, really a lot of people, the way that they talk, they have high highs and low lows, and it's hard. So it's really nice to compress it a little. So it sounds even and you can hear what's going on. That's why I'm live mixing Jay's voice right now.
I remember on Horda-Bits I bought a whole bunch of Space Marine heavy weapons. And I remember I kept trying to get Sanguinary Guard wings and armor, but that stuff sells out fast because everyone uses those. Are go-to bits for conversion. But sometimes it's fun to kind of like look at the stuff no one buys. It's like, nobody buys, lizard men, spear hands. Could I do something with 500 lizardmen spear hands? Because it would only cost $6.
That's how they get you.
Speaking of that, also, our Patreon supporters vote on the next models that are going to be live on stream.
Ooh.
So either if you are a Patreon supporter, you should vote. Not all the votes are in. Or you can become one and then vote. Yeah. The one that's winning is surprising me.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Yeah, it was not the one that I would have picked. I would have picked the one in the middle. That's the one that I was hoping for. But that's okay, because the patrons pick.
Yeah.
I was just surprised though.
Chap Styles. Jay, do you ever get Legion minis from Skullforge? Is that a 3D printing service? Because I do see some cool models floating around that aren't part of the normal lineup.
Is Skullforge a lot like Hero Forge? Akina Kanonis, please tell me Kingdom Death Wet Nurse is winning. I mean, who knows?
Skullforge Studios, Shapeway Shops.
Well, that's a name I know.
Jyn Erso, Sand Troopers. Beach Time Drink Trooper. That's pretty great. Wow, these are fun. Do they have an Anakin and Ahsoka? Because I noticed they don't make those models yet.
Robert Has Downs Jr. Nick, is that why you're silencing Lucky Bats? You can only focus on one voice at a time? Yeah, that's true. Well, Lucky Bat doesn't need any correction. Just Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Although I did turn up the cuteness on Lucky Bat just a little bit.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
I had to turn it down for me because I'm way too cute.
Mm-hmm. Too cute
just a little
to handle.
Yeah, it was too much.
It's too much for one stream.
Yeah, we were getting comments about that.
Too many hands down pants, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And yeah, I don't want that to happen. Too much. I want it a little.
Mm-hmm. Champ Styles. Yes, most people get them on Gumroad, but I buy mine from a site called Shapeways. Ah, you have them printed for you? I've bought a bunch of stuff on Shapeways. From Pop Goes the Monkey and a couple of other sellers. For 40k.
7. The number 7 looks good. Yeah.
Shashrak R. Have you tried Star Wars Imperial Assault? I never tried Imperial Assault. I did try a Star Wars collectible card game, though, and that was a lot of fun. Seth looks tips. Right now, while listening, I am applying water slide decals. What's your opinion on decals? Love them or hate them? I absolutely love them. I talk about decals a lot in the video painting Forge World Tombstalkers and a bunch of other ones.
Also, thank you.
Yeah, also thanks for the tip. I love decals. There's definitely a learning curve, but I think it's worth learning because you really can do some fun stuff with them. Definitely look into the products Microsole and Microset. They'll help a lot. Yeah, I hope Games Workshop continues the decals. It seems like they were maybe moving away from them a little bit, but I saw the Sisters of Battle have a cool decal sheet. Even though like Gene Stealer Cult don't have a decal sheet, so it's kind of interesting.
It'll be interesting to see with the new orcs if they have decals.
Yeah. Probably not, right?
Where would you
I would
put
assume
one?
not.
Yeah, they don't have any like flat areas.
Yeah.
Well, what about the new if those are new orc boys?
Ah, that's true. Yeah, on the Orc Boys, there's plenty of room.
Robert S. Downs Jr. If Jay does a Rey model painting stream, I'm sure the dislikes will pour in.
Oh, I have to. I love Rey. Here's my phone.
Rey is a Mary Sue.
Rey and BB-8 are my lock screen on my phone.
Adorable.
Oh, my phone went to sleep. And then Kylo is my home screen.
It really is the duality of man.
Mm-hmm.
What a world we live in. Yeah, I'm sure if
Jason?
Rey was a model, people would really be upset.
I'd buy it. I'd pre-order that. Jason, I've got a great 3D printed Mando model that I use in Fantasy Flight role-playing games. Champ Styles. There is an alternative Anakin. I think there may be a Fulcrum Ahsoka. Is there? Does Fantasy Flight make an Anakin? I know they make Obi-Wan. I didn't think they made Anakin.
Robert Downs Jr. Jay is Raylo confirmed.
Ugh.
Kino is the take on Ray is eclipsed by how dirty your phone is. It's my screen protector. It's getting worn out. Tom A, love your videos.
Me too.
Seth looks tips. I have a heap of old decals from the 90s. They are super hard to get, rehydrated, and workable now. Interesting. I've always wondered if decals kind of wear out or they expire. I've used some old decals though. I don't think I've ever had to fight too hard, but maybe I've always just gotten lucky.
You always put them in a steam room.
Yeah.
To keep them going.
Anakin has an expansion pack. They definitely make him. Okay, I've never seen that one. Jason, who's y'all's favorite Sith Lord or Jedi Master? Mine is Darth Nihilus. I don't know nothing about the old ancient Sith or Jedi. I know people really love those. I never got into them. Probably because I never played the video games. But
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar is my favorite. Yeah, Jar Jar is my favorite Sith Lord. And probably Yoda is my favorite Jedi Master. Because my dog is called Yoda.
He is.
Right. And the movie's named after your dog, right?
Yeah, my dog came first.
Your dog is that alley cat.
Very old dog.
Mm-hmm.
Is your dog on life support?
Shank R, what's your thoughts on oil paints? I use only oil paints. I want to learn oil paints. I've learned acrylics so well it's hard to be like to relearn everything, but I will figure out oils. I've definitely done a bunch of oil washes, but I have never painted with oils yet.
Tom A, they can become brittle, old decals. That makes sense.
Jason, there are old Republic lore videos. I know, but I just don't think I have room in my Star Wars for the ancient story of Star Wars.
Do you even like Star Wars then? Jeez. I don't think Jay likes Star Wars.
Jay hates Star Wars, confirmed.
Mm-hmm. Well, I knew that because you like the new movies. But...
Yes, yeah. That proves that I don't even like Star Wars. Remember, I read the Darth Bane book, and I thought it was alright. It was fine. It did not get me hooked on the Old Republic. Because I looked up, like, what is the book to read? And everyone's like, oh, you gotta read the Bane book. It's fine.
Good old that.
Wow, that is looking lovely.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is I want a Krill boy. I want my Krill boys. I want to paint a Hobgrot.
Robert S. Downs Jr. Fugs with some Old Republic. Champ Styles. Fun fact, Darth Nihilus is based on No Face from Spirited Away. I've seen Spirited Away. I love No Face. And I've seen pictures of Darth Nihilus, and he looks super neat.
I've not seen Spirited Away.
It's pretty good.
I would like to. I also haven't seen Howl's Moving Castle, and I really want to see that one.
Kanonas, unfortunately, Knights of the Old Republic 2 spent its budget on writing, so the game itself is pretty meh.
Oh my goodness, Simon the Bottomized Monkey has already completed the new challenge. Wow, and this looks great. Holy shit. Somebody's a fast painter.
Oh my goodness.
Good old Commissar Bob.
Ah, nice. Wow, look at that sword.
Yeah.
I forget the movie, but there's a great, it's a Civil War movie, and these troops are pinned down, and there's like, oh, we're outgunned. We're outgunned, call in some reinforcements. And he goes, you want me to get Winchester? And then he goes, no, fuck that, get me someone who can shoot. Bob! Camp Styles, if you like the subversions of The Last Jedi, then you'll love Kreia, Darth Tyrea. I'm okay. For me, the Jedi Sith were never the most interesting thing in Star Wars. I always liked the spaceships and the battles and the situations more so than like the weird magic class system.
I like the Morley.
Mm-hmm.
Morley is my favorite Star Wars character.
Ooh. Sim the Sloth. I'm working on a Captain and Phobos armor for the challenge. I like that. That's a cool model. Try to pronounce pneumomicroscopiskilovolcanoconiosis?
Nailed it.
Well done.
Somebody asked a question for the challenge. Can the hero be an unnamed character unit, like a standard trooper or chaplain or something? Look at a chaplain.
Yeah, definitely a chaplain, not a standard unit, because that's not your hero.
Exactly.
You can make a Space Marine into a captain by just giving him captain weapons.
That is true. Yeah.
Shashak R, could you paint some shore troopers? I freaking love them. I definitely will when I can get some. It seems like they're sold out everywhere in the world. I thought Jay said he didn't like anything in The Last Jedi but the Rey Kylo stuff. The Rey Kylo Luke stuff was my favorite stuff in the movie. And yes, but it's not Jedi Sithy. It's just like hero's journey, right and wrong, good and evil stuff. It's not like learning the ways of the Jedi and starting your training when you're 2 and, The distraction. I'm really happy with this new challenge as I recently got the new Iron Father for my Iron Hands, but I've been way too busy to have started on it yet. Nice! That model is sweet. I love the new Tech Marine models. They're super cool. Both the Iron Father and the generic. I don't remember the Star Wars movies about training kids. I thought it was all heroes' journeys type stuff. Well, I'm just the prequels. The prequels are the worst about the Jedi Sith stuff. And prophecies and powers diminishing or increasing. Yeah, it's just the prequels made the Jedi and the Sith a little bit lame, and like the Jedi always are doing the wrong thing, but the Sith always lose. John Irvin, can you do a video on how to play Star Wars Legion? I will, just as soon as I learn how to play Star Wars Legion. Jason Alaska, what do you think of the new Horus Heresy leaks? I think they're neat. I hope they're real. It'd be really cool if that tank in the background is plastic. That would be super cool. Get a new plastic Land Raider kit. But, yeah, it was neat. I like the older marks of Space Marine armor. I think they look good. I don't think it'll get me into Horus Heresy. But I know a lot of people who like Horus Heresy a lot, who are going to be pumped for some new kits. Because no, Betrayal at Calth and Burning of Prospero sold like hotcakes for years.
Yeah. We will eventually, our channel will eventually have how to play every single game that's ever been made on it.
Every single one.
Monopoly, Risk, everything.
Candyland, sorry.
Shoots and ladders.
How to paint shoots and ladders. How to paint your Risk numbers to be grimdark.
I do have a board game based on the app game, Tower Defense, or
oh, the one with the zombies and flowers.
Plants vs Zombies. I have a Plants vs Zombies board game, and I kind of do want to do a video painting up those minis and playing a game. I don't know if that would get like 100,000 views because it's so weird and different, or if it gets 0 because it's so weird and different.
Only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true. So we have 2 more questions. So thinking about doing a Painboy as a commander for Deskal's kill team I'm working on, is this fine? Gonna kit bash him from scratch and give him a name, etc. Commanders for kill team is fine, right? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, if you make him into a commander.
Yeah, and I mean, kill team is a different game than 40k.
It is
too, so I would say that that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone also asked, what about character elites? Company champion is what I've got in mind here.
I think it's got to be HQ. I
HQ.
know that there's HQ like elites, but I think we gotta draw the line. I think in the HQ challenge, it's got to be an HQ model.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Because who knows? Maybe we'll do an elites.
Yeah.
One day. Yeah, but I think this is a good challenge. I think a lot of people have the models already.
Yeah.
Which I think is good.
Shashak R, could you paint Sabine Wren? And I challenge you to make her armor a work of art. Oh yeah, I'll definitely paint Sabine. I'll probably paint all of the heroes. I'll probably just, as soon as I can find a good deal, I'll probably just buy all of them, and then they will become options, and the patrons will choose which ones they want to see painted. Robert has Downs Jr. EOB Top 10 How to Play the Stock Market into Your Favorite Tips and Tricks.
Invest in GameStop.
Always buy high, sell low, right? Is that how
exactly?
Yeah.
And buy GameStop and Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm. To the moon.
Sim the Sloth. I bought an Orc Knobs kit to use with my Space Marines. I've seen people use Orc arms as bare arms for Space Marines. Edit video idea. Buy and paint your least favorite models and give your new opinions, if any, about them at the end. Boy, it's hard. Whenever I'm doing these top 10s list, it's honestly hard to find models I don't like. Usually, I think models are pretty great.
Right, we're gonna get squats.
No! That would do it. I don't like squats. I don't think they look very good. I do kind of like the late second edition squats where they had the the plastic arms with the las cannons with the really long barrels, those I think are all right. But the squats that came before that are pretty bad. Jason Alaska, Chaos Squat Terminators. Yeah, the Chaos Squats I think hung around for a little while longer than Squats did. I think because they're fantasy. Robert S. Downey Jr. Jay pretty much admits to hating the vertically challenged.
Yeah, there you go.
Andy
Because you see them as a threat.
I missed the last hour on account of a VR date with my partner. What'd I miss?
I mean, pretty much everything.
Yeah, you missed that. It turns out I hate Star Wars. I hate the squats.
Yeah. I mean, it turns out you don't even know anything about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. The distraction? I would go nuts if Games Workshop made the Vostroyan Imperial Guard. Yeah, some plastics.
It's Squat Titan.
Squat Titan. It's just really short. But really wide.
Relatable.
Tom A., I'm listening to your show with headphones. My wife just sneaked up on me and scared the shit out of me. She must have doubled my life insurance and is now trying to cash in on it.
Tell her we said hi.
Yeah, very probable.
Yeah.
We wish her the best of luck.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Honestly. Jay is heightist and Nick is racist. They're perfect for each other. Exactly.
And Lucky
Well,
Bat
you
is
can
also
fix your
here.
height and you can fix your voice. Yeah, just do the thing where they break your legs and make you taller.
Andy Crimson, you totally missed Ellen made a guest appearance and started knocking Jay around a bit. That sounds like Ellen.
Classic Ellen, am I right?
Kino Kenodas. Jay's been an out fan of the Disney trilogy almost as long as he's admitted to knowing that dentistry is a scam. We already knew he hated Star Wars. It was great. When I forget what episode of Models and Memories I talk about, like Star Wars episode 7 or 8 or something, but someone's like, "You like the Disney movies? Do you even like Star Wars?"
It's pretty good.
I'm like, I like Star Wars, therefore I don't like Star Wars. I liked the wrong Star Wars though. Katie Graham, can I use an orc character model for the challenge? Yeah, if it's an HQ orc.
Yeah.
Like a Snick Rock, or oh no, wait, Snick Rock might be a HQ or an elite.
I think you're. I don't know anymore.
I don't know anymore.
You could do a Gazgul.
Gazgul. Who's the Flash gets? I own him. Badruck.
Yep.
Badruck.
Also, are you KT 1984? Because if that's true, you won. You won a prize. So there you have it. If you did the Cadian challenge, you won.
Monitor. Well, I'm gonna go searching for a good model. You guys have a good night. And speaking of having a good night,
we'll be having a good night as well. Well, go watch all the videos from this week.
Yeah, multiple times.
And if you didn't do that, then you're a goose. And obviously, we have a challenge. We got the Discord popping. We got a Patreon. You can join. And we'll be back with another live stream on Monday at 9 p.m. Central.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.